I'm ready.
Well, too bad. I think we're live.
All
Oh,
right.
I was
I
drinking
think.
water
I can't see.
in the
Yep,
middle
we're
of that.
live. Yay! Hello, welcome to Drink to
Live,
the
pal.
Past. Sorry we're a little bit late today. We got sidetracked trying to set up a whole bunch of stuff. And now I also forgot to turn on my video camera because I'm a pirate
Hey.
today. Arr,
There we
and
go.
all that. So we're going to have a ton of fun today. So today
Arr.
we have a official Drink to the Past theme song that I wrote one
Oh
time.
my gosh, yes.
So this is going to be fun. And let me start the audio version with this time instead of what I usually start it with. So here we go. Sailors brave, we ranted and raved and sang as we sailed along. We were seeking good fishing spots near a farm matter not. The sea is where we belong. A great storm came about, but we stood strong and stout. Our village was on the line. As our ship tossed and rolled, our fate did unfold. We accepted it might be our time. I was hurled from the crow's nest and I fell to the sea, battered and bruised by the waves, choking on salt water, nowhere to flee. But this was not meant as my grave. I awoke on a shore, was afraid and alone. All in my sight was the sea. I had naught for supplies but the knife by my side and some bottles of grog. There were three. That song has an ending to it, and I'll record a full version later, but let's get into some other stuff. So,
All right, I just had to check, but you were cutting out in the Discord, so
Okay.
I had to check the YouTube audio.
yeah, I
to
think
make
I
sure
should
you weren't
come
cutting
through
out
the
there.
YouTube okay. So
Yeah.
I don't want to
I
sing
think
too
Kevin and I
long because
caught-
it's kind of late and my neighbors get angry about stuff like that, So,
They get angry
which
about
is
music.
that
This is fair.
it's hard being a bagpiper in an apartment complex is all I will say about that. Anyways,
Yeah, funny thing about
You
that.
could have ended it after Bagpiper, right?
yeah. All right. So, anywho, yeah. All right. So let's get on to the podcast topics for today, which are the news and booze, and then we're going to be playing some D&D for you. So, welcome to anybody who is watching us, which is currently one whole streamer. Oh, viewer. That's what that says. Which is probably Chris, who is checking the audio.
Yeah,
So, welcome to Chris. I'm so glad you joined me today. But yeah,
you.
if you're catching this either live or on demand later, then doesn't matter to me. We'll still drink to you. We appreciate you. Chris, are you still streaming that? Are you still watching that? Because I'm hearing the audio coming double back through my end.
I am not watching that. Maybe you have yours open in the back.
I mean, I have a tab open for it, but it usually doesn't play the audio. Yeah, mine's muted. So
Mine is also muted.
okay, well, I am going to blame
That's
you
interesting.
anyway, and we're going to have to drink to that. So sorry if there's a
Yeah.
little bit of a doubling audio. It's very quiet on the double back, so I'm not totally sure what that is, but we have to drink anyway.
Oh, okay.
So today is Sean Drinks Something Stupid is a little pina colada, which is one of those little, I haven't done one of these in a while, one of them little drop it in and mix it with a shot of blank, little bottles that my wife got me one time. And this one actually, I mean, it tastes like a pina colada. It's hard to fuck that up. So, yeah, that's not bad. And I got it in my cool little pirate bottle, so I like drinking rum out of this thing anyway.
And I am drinking good old standby left-hand peanut butter milk stout. So
That's good stuff. Crow, Kevin, what are you guys drinking? Only the best.
Only the best. So I figured I would get in the piratey spirit and open a bottle of 19 crimes, because I'm pretty sure that's how many crimes my character will be convicted of being caught in a given day,
At a minute, at a minimum.
at a minimum.
Hawkeye
Then, yeah, that's
9901
the
in the
caveat,
chat
being
says
caught.
hello, so we actually have a viewer and he's paying attention enough to comment. So that means we all have to drink, I'm pretty sure. Kevin, what you drinking?
So, I recently moved to Maine. So I've been enjoying the local Maine brews, and I went a little more self-centered with the thought on this, not pirate themed, but I'm drinking apostrophe IPA because, as you know, my last name has an apostrophe in it.
Nice.
And I saw it and was like, apostrophe IPA. I could drink to that.
Sweet.
It's from some brewing company in Maine.
I'll
Here
drink
is
to
how
that, too.
hard my brain is working to connect things. When you said apostrophe, I thought asterisk, and
There's
What
an
kind of
asterisk in your name?
It's like
Be
they
an
spelled it
awkward-
wrong, but I put an asterisk at the end. It's like, it's Kevin, but it's really, there's an E at the end, but I had to correct it, so it's an
Kevin.
apostrophe.
Right?
Kevin.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me know if this bagpipe is slightly too loud, because I forgot to do a sound check on that part. So yell at me if it's too loud. Is that too loud? Can you hear that? That's actually kind of
I can
quiet
hear
on
that,
my
yeah.
amp. Okay, so
We'll
hopefully
yar
that'll be okay.
at ya.
Yeah, because we have to do our theme song for the News and Booze. So there.
So there.
All right, so now that we've got the theme song for News and Booze out of the way, we can do News and Booze. So, video game news of the week is presented to you by getting drunk and talking about shit.
It's presented to you as a disappointment.
Yeah, so the first topic of News and Booze we have here is the Mortal Kombat movie has been delayed. We will have to wait an additional week to see it, because according to Warner Brothers, Godzilla vs. Kong is the new highest gross. Godzilla vs. Kong needs room to breathe, which, on an unrelated note, Godzilla vs. Kong is now the highest grossing film in box office numbers since the beginning of the pandemic. So, hooray for that, because I fucking love Godzilla. So I am just super happy. I went out and saw it, and that was cool. And it was a little freaky because there was a lot more people in the theater than there have been lately, because most of the time when I go to the theater, it's been like nobody. But I guess on opening night for Godzilla, it was a popular time to go. So they're still like at a limited capacity, so it's not like full, but it's like, considering how empty it's been, it felt really full, and it was weird. And I was like, I'm vaccinated, it's okay, but it's still kind of weird being in a room with this many people. But I was super excited to see that.
Shock.
So, yeah. You guys like Godzilla? I say, just completely glazing over the video game part of this topic, that I literally
Godzilla's
I
a
picked
good
this
man.
topic just so that I could talk about Godzilla, because
Just so you could weasel
love
Godzilla in there. Let's be honest. Godzilla vs. Kong is the bigger movie here
yeah.
by a lot.
I mean, I'm gonna see the Mortal Kombat movie too. I'm kind of hyped for that, but like, I'm a huge Godzilla fan, so I got my Godzilla lands right up here somewhere.
You gotta love the morons who are like, but what does the movie say about the human condition?
It says
that
that
we
the
like-
human condition needs to be eaten by a goddamn monster.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
like-
that's a fair point.
We like to watch giant monsters fighting.
Yeah,
What else is there to understand?
yeah. So yeah, here, let me see if I can find one of my Godzilla cards real quick, because gotta plug my
cards?
Godzilla cards. Yeah, I got my fucking magic cards right here, conveniently.
Oh, okay, it's magic.
I remember
thought
I was around. That was the first episode I hopped on.
Was it
Was
magic
you
cards?
opened these guys?
Oh yeah, I got the
That was a good time.
Hey,
Godzilla
I mean,
You got
Aliens
Magic
are
the
all-
Gathering Strixhaven coming out soon too.
so you joined for an MTG one. I joined for I mean, it was just general card games, but I think we ended up settling on Yu-Gi-Oh! 'Cause
Yeah, we talked a lot
Alright.
about Yu-Gi-Oh, some about Magic. Yeah, and that was fun. And
and motorcycles.
card games on motorcycles. Okay, well
Yes,
here's
card games should never be played
here's
on
Godzilla in a
motorcycles.
planes. So
No, but I
that's close
tried.
enough.
You know, for a moment there, I thought you said, "Here's Godzilla in a plane."
I am tired of these motherfucking
And,
Godzillas on this motherfucking plane.
He's tired of walking everywhere,
No.
man.
There we go.
No, I
There's
thought it
another
was
Godzilla.
monkey fighting snakes on this
Primeval
Monday through Friday playing. Maybe I was sheltered.
Probably hard to see that on the stream.
It's a little blurry.
Close enough. All right. I can't find King of the
Jester.
Monsters, and it's hard to sort through an entire 100-card deck that's all in these
I
giant
love
top
it's all
loaders.
top loaded.
I'm cool.
I wish they were all different top loaders too.
That would have been cool.
Yeah. Impossible to shuffle, but still cool.
Right. All right. Hey, look, dice. I will need these later. Now, all right. We've babbled on about non-video game stuff enough that we have to drink, but I'll drink to Godzilla any fucking time, man.
Of course.
I've been in a Godzilla mood. I've like as soon as I saw that, I was just like, yes, I need to go watch all of the old Godzilla movies, and I've been watching a bunch of the. Not the old ones, but like the ones that were made in like the mid 2000s, and those are some of the most hype ones because there's some of those that are just like not afraid to like just be anime as fuck. It's great.
I mean, when are you not in a Godzilla mood?
There's not a lot of times, honestly. So, all right, shall we get on to the next piece of news and booze, or does anybody have anything more to say about Godzilla and/or Mortal Kombat?
What else is there to
That's why
say?
we did talk about Mortal Kombat.
They should
Walked
do a
over to
crossover.
I would
I want
watch
to
the
see Shang
shit out of
Tsung
that.
turn into like Jet Jaguar or something and fight him.
Nice.
Sub-Zero versus Godzilla. Sure, that's a fair
That's what
fight.
we need.
I would watch this.
I'd watch that
My
for
money's
$1.
on Godzilla.
Yeah.
Pac-Man 99 is a thing. It was announced Tuesday and came out Wednesday. Just kind of randomly,
That's not what I want.
Nintendo announced that, hey, this is the next thing. Some people are calling it the replacement to Super Mario 35. It's not exactly a replacement because obviously it's a 99, it's not a 35, but it's the next thing in this series of Nintendo is making things on their online service that are battle royale versions of classic games. So it's kind of neat looking. I really suck at Pac-Man. So I have
Love
not
Pac-Man.
tried this, but I'm like it does look kind of neat. I might download it and give it a go just for shits and giggles. I think might be fun.
I had a Pac-Man 3D game on the PC back when I was in like elementary school. Granted, this was like Windows Vista or 98 or whatever it was at the like turn of the century.
Pete?
It was so bad.
Oh yeah, there's some rank Pac-Man games out there, but I feel like it's so bad it's good kind of.
Right.
I love bad video games. What
Right.
people call bad video games. They're usually not as terrible,
Right.
but I like the crap factor of them.
Right, Kevin, you
Let
were
me
on
play
when I
Jim
streamed
Powers in
Sonic
3D
06, weren't
World.
you?
What's that?
Weren't you on when I streamed Sonic 06?
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah,
such a
that-
good time
That
too.
was awesome.
I
That
mean,
was the
it's
first time
Especially
the two of us
since
met.
I took 4 shots at the
Yes.
start of the episode.
yes, you just have to play those games for like just the posterity of them because they're video games. Someone went out there and made that game,
A lot of
and
someone's
it's
put a lot of effort into making some genuinely
Something.
terrible games.
yeah, and they need to be played.
I truly believe with video games and with movies as well, there is a parabolic graph of good bad value where like it's like an inverse U where stuff can start out really good and then as it gets worse it dips down into really bad and then as it continues to get worse it jumps back up to being so bad that it's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's for the economics
Magic.
folks out there. It's like reverse diminishing marginal utility.
And then there's the Star
It's
Wars
like,
holiday
should you eat a whole
special.
pizza?
Couldn't
Oh
even-
my gosh, I love the Star Wars Holiday Special so much. It's the
never
perfect
seen it.
thing to watch at 3 in the morning with a burrito and like a 12 pack,
The grandpa
16 pack,
Wookiee.
40 pack.
I'm
I've
pretty
always
sure he
wanted to
watches
see
porn
it, but
in
it's
the middle of
they
it. I don't
just
know what to say.
Yeah, it is. It pretty much is.
they won't
It's-
put it on
it's
any
space
streaming
porn.
service, so I can't find it. Maybe I'll like try and find it on the
Oh, they're trying.
You
They
can't.
want it
DVD or
buried.
something.
Yeah, there's someone out there whose like full-time job it is to like shoot every video of that down, but we snagged it somewhere.
Nice.
And it was a romp. I had to do a hard sell to get some friends to watch it, but we
now that-
sat down a few times. It was good.
Now
should
the
have-
Disney Corporation is in control, and they are when they're protective of their IP, and it's something like this.
So I've never seen it.
Good luck.
When the holidays come around, Kevin, would you be okay with hosting a movie night and we just have a drink to the past style watching?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
This is
yeah.
an incredible idea, and I will get so drunk.
Yeah, you have to.
That is a promise.
To enjoy it. Like, the best is like, and to not stray too far into this, but there's like a B. Arthur scene, and B. Arthur is like closing down the bar because like the Empire's shutting down this one little bar somewhere, and it's just like breaks out into song and everything. It's so great. It is just so great. The movie just lulls you into like thinking it's going to be like a Star Wars movie, and it's just variety hour where you got like your space infomercials, you've got like space combat things, but then it's like space porn for 20 minutes.
Whip, stir, whip.
Whimster who?
Whip, stir, whip, stir, whip.
Webster.
I think every time Chris makes a reference I don't understand, I'm going to drink.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I'm lost on this here. You mostly follow like Chewbacca's family. It's great. We'll do it. We'll plan this.
There's
yeah.
like
Happy life
like
there.
a lady
So look out for this coming out this holiday on Drink to the Past, apparently. All
Just
right.
the season.
Next piece of news and booze is the ESA has announced that E3 will be a free, all-digital event this year and plans to return to an in-person event for 2022. The event will take place over June 12th to 15th. So I think that's kind of neat that they're, like last year they basically did nothing. Apparently they tried to do some last-minute thing that like some media people got something about way late. And like even a lot of media people that I follow were surprised to find this out. So I'm just like, that's kind of weird. But I'm always glad as a fan to have E3 happen. I guess there's been all sorts of weird shit happening, obviously, the last few years if you follow the media's opinion of it. But as a fan, I'm always like, watching all these media people is really great as a fan. So I don't know what to say about that entirely, but I'm like, you know what? I do like, I like just seeing E3. It's like a holiday for gamers, There's always something cool for every kind of gamer that comes out of E3.
This year felt very different for that too, or this past year, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like I'm a guy that would go to Comic-Con every year, and stuff like that was kiboshed. So it's cool to see like the digital embracing of those things. And I gotta say, there's no such thing as social distancing at New York Comic-Con.
Right? Yeah.
Packing like sardines in a sardine can.
Mm-hmm.
I already feel claustrophobic.
It hurts. It's just too much.
Yeah.
Too much massive people.
I like cons, but that's kind of a thing about them is that happens. And it's already
it's like level 20 crew.
Sometimes it's already sort of awkward, and then you add a pandemic on top of that. It's like not even happening, bro.
Yeah, no way.
So I'm glad that they're at least taking it safe for this year. But I do like that they're coming up with some kind of replacement. And there are rumors circulating that like there will be some kind of paywall to get some of the content, but the ESA keeps like finding those tweets and being like, no, this is a rumor, this is not true, it will all be free. So I think that's cool as well, that it'll just be, that's kind of a good faith thing that I think the ESA really needs after the last couple of years with apparently how they've been handling things. So I think this is cool. All right. Here's a interesting weird story. According to Bloomberg's Jason Schreier,
He's Français.
Yeah, I think it's Schreier, but anyways, however you say that, Jason Schreier says that a remake of The Last of Us is in the works, which was apparently started by a smaller Sony studio that has now been absorbed into Naughty Dog because Naughty Dog makes more profitable games. So this is an interesting kind of a multi-headed story here where apparently Sony keeps like canning their little not canning their little studios, but like feeding them into their bigger successful studios so that they'll make more things in the big successful franchises instead of having smaller studios do experimental things or sequels to things that were not as big. There was something about the studio that did another game. I'm blanking on the name of the other game, but apparently was also absorbed into Naughty Dog at some point, and because they were like, hey, can we make a sequel to this game? And who's rolling all these D6s over here? What the fuck is going on?
Super Smite.
That is an impressive ass smite. 3,009 damage.
Either that or it's just javelin cannon.
Yeah,
It's 1,000 D2, but the D2s explode. So every time you roll a 2, you re-roll and add.
Dear lordy.
so
This is what the crew's gonna do.
it's just
Is
them
that your
running up
character,
and-
Chris? Should I be
No.
afraid?
No.
I didn't look
It's
over all the
my
character
character.
sheets before we got in
Like-
here.
He's
My
actually
character is
walking
on
the-
par with other third-level characters, probably.
Right.
Probably.
But also here, an interesting thing that I thought was weird is that The Last of Us is getting a remake? Why?
Oh, yeah.
Why would The Last of Us get a remake?
Me.
They had a remaster for PS4, which was like kind of understandable because it was so popular that like, okay, up-res it and put it on the new system, just basically port it and make the graphics a little cleaner and it's okay.
Yeah.
But that version is still playable. The game is only like 7 years old or something. Why remake it?
Because they
Yeah,
think
Because
Sony.
money.
I
they
guess,
think this
but
is their ocarina of time.
Wait, hold on. I got
Oh yeah.
I got some stuff.
Oh, God.
But like knowing that
The
you could go to
balloons.
GameStop and get a used copy of The Last of Us Remastered for $10, would you spend $70 on a PS5 version?
Could you play that $10 game on your PS5?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
PS5
yeah.
is
No, I'm in.
completely backwards.
I'll windmill
There's
slam
like-
that $5.
Yeah,
10
there's
bucks.
there's like
Okay.
3 or 4 games that don't work on PS5, and it seems to be because the system is natively
Samurai
backwards
something.
compatible with everything, but Sony has a few games that they've kind of delisted for some reason or another. Is what
Sure.
it
And by everything
sounds
you
like.
mean PS4 games.
Yes, everything everything as far as PS4
No,
games go. It won't play like a PS3.
everything is
Everything.
here.
Yeah, you can
It
get an
can play your
original
Atari
Xbox
2600
disc.
cartridges.
You just-
Oh, I went even further, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you get your Atari cartridge, just shove it in the disc slot
slap
as
it in.
hard as you fucking can.
It'll go in.
You can play it once. and
This has
that's
been Tech Tips with a drink to the past. Bottoms up.
it.
Won't
Take
be
Mario
pretty.
3, shove it way in there, and you're good.
USB ports are so advanced now that they can read that, right?
Right.
USB ports
Need
are
your
so
Xbox
advanced that you
adapter.
need to flip it over 5 times before you can insert it.
They got rid of that USB-C. They fixed that.
Really?
You just got to shove it once.
That's
One
what
shove.
she said.
That's all you need. Only one shove.
Well,
Shall we
I
move
don't wanna
on
be
to
doing
another piece of Sony news?
yeah.
Yes.
So
Funny.
MLB The Show 2021 will be the first one since some time ago that is not a Sony exclusive. It is coming to Nintendo Switch and Xbox and will be released day one on Xbox Game Pass. So this is kind of interesting because basically MLB The Show has exclusivity for the MLB, and so no other game maker can use real teams, which is something that sports games players really, really enjoy about this kind of series for Madden and MLB and these kind of things. They really like having their actual teams and having the roster updates and all that. So I think this is kind of neat that it's actually expanding because those kind of gamers were just shoehorned into being PlayStation gamers since sometime in the PS3 generation, I think, when
I think
Sony
it's like
got the rights.
2016. The show was just like exclusive PlayStation.
Yeah, something like
so
that.
You could definitely quote me
20
on that. 2016 was the year.
2013, I believe, was the first year that MLB Road to the Show became a franchise. Because before that, it was just Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
But it was also, I think, handled by 2K Interactive before it became its own independent thing, being bought out by Sony. So technically, as far as the Road to the Show franchise is concerned, this is the first one ever to be not PlayStation exclusive,
Nice.
based on technicality.
Yeah. So one of the interesting things about this, though, is that it is developed by a Sony studio. It is published by Sony for PlayStation, and it will be published by MLB for Xbox and Switch. But it's kind of interesting to know that somewhere in a Sony development studio, they have to have like dev units for Switch and Xbox to make their games. I think that's funny.
Great. I mean, Microsoft's doing that.
Yeah, because Microsoft obviously is putting stuff in different places, especially since, they bought Bethesda. I think they might be doing that, depending on what else, how their plans were before the buyout. They might have some exclusivity contracts and things like that, and games in the works obviously might have been, they might just be stuck as multi-console games. So I think... And obviously also Xbox has been putting Cuphead on Switch and Ori and stuff like that too. So I think this is kind of cool to see other... I don't think Sony probably necessarily wanted this, but they probably still get a decent enough cut for development that they're okay with it, is my guess. So...
Also, I had it reversed. 2013 was not the first Road to the Show. That was the last 2K Major League Baseball.
Okay.
Technically, 2014 was the death of that and the birth of MLB The Show being the one and only.
Mm-hmm. All right. Are we ready for our last piece of news and booze?
Yes.
So
the last piece of news and booze is the most important by far. Aaron Greenberg has confirmed on Twitter that because Xbox won a Best of Tweets brand competition between them and Skittles, they will be making the Xbox Series X mini fridges available for public purchase. You will be able soon to buy a mini fridge that looks like an Xbox Series X, just like everybody in the world wants anyway.
Yeah, eat your heart out, Snoop Dogg. Sorry, man.
wouldn't it make more sense though to do the Xbox Series S for the mini fridge? Since the big fridge
Have the
was
big
Series
one,
X?
the Series X. Maybe.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
humanity
This
was
way
a
I
nice
can get
experiment.
an Xbox Series X, except for it'll just hold my Mountain Dew because I already have an Xbox Series S, so I don't feel like I need to get the fancy one, but I will get a badass fridge to hold all my Mountain Dew.
Yeah. I already
beer.
have a mini fridge, but I'll take another.
You can't have too many mini fridges, because if you have more mini fridges, that's just more room for beer, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's true.
We like beer
Yeah,
here
now
on
we
Drink to
can
the
build a
Past.
house
That's
out
why
of it.
we're called a Drink to the Past, in case you were unawares.
The more you know.
Bum, bum, bum.
The less you don't.
All right. Yeah, so anyways, that's all that. So now let's get into our table topic. Bum, bum, bum. If I can get my bagpipes to turn on, I'll play the theme song. There it goes. Is that loud enough? That seems kind of quiet to me. Is that
It's loud. That's loud enough.
that's loud
Yeah.
enough? Okay.
Quite clearly.
The
All
ambient
right.
sounds of a dying bagpipe.
Yay.
I love how
Alright.
it abruptly cuts off on our end.
It's kind of tricky
Yeah,
because
Discord
with
is-
there's the Discord thing, and there's also the fact that I kind of have to like abruptly make it cut off with the electric one, which is easier to get that full bagpipe sound from here. But I don't have a really great. It's not like a real bagpipe where I can actually like control when it cuts off and how that
Fair.
that all
Fair.
works. So If I could play my real bagpipes in my apartment at 10 o'clock at night, I would. But, again, the HOA will, beat me up.
This is fine. Sometimes you gotta boogie woogie oogie. Because, it's electric.
Yeah. So frantically hectic. And the music was soothing.
You gotta be big
They all
enough to have a
started
drink to pass
grooving.
by.
Yeah. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, look, we can tab
Talking about
over.
open
Chris is
skate night
tabbing
right
over
now.
to his. So this will be interesting for the stream to occasionally tab over to Chris's character sheet as he's looking at it.
Oh, is that? Can you see that?
Yeah, I just saw it tab back. It's back on the Roll20 now. Also, something funny I noticed is that Kevin doesn't have his webcam on Discord, so like when me and
don't, but I have it on Roll20.
yeah, but he has it on Roll20, so it's still there. It's just smaller than everybody else's and off to the side, which I think is hilarious. So I just say keep it.
I'm gonna say I could flip it over to Discord for you.
It doesn't matter to me,
do
whichever
that.
works for you. You could have it in both places, and then they could see your beautiful face twice.
I don't know if that'll work. Let's try it.
I'm not sure. Well, there
There you
it's
are.
Loading.
It
Wait
broke
for
for me
it.
for a
Wait
second.
for it.
Yeah, I think it just won't work.
I feel like Discord has the higher quality webcam display.
I don't know. That tiny
I'm not sure.
window
I've never really used it in Roll20,
gives us-
Yeah.
so I don't know.
Roll20,
that's true.
it just kind of sucks, but I mean, from the streams I've done, we've just used Roll20 just to
Yeah.
have it all on, like, it's like one source.
Yeah. Which, in the future,
yeah, I
if
don't
I
think
do
this'll
that, I
work
might
here.
do that and just have the window there.
This is fine.
But either way,
It does have Angry Me.
yeah.
Love that still shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just peak. I have
Alright.
a great one for Roll20 too, but
So-
I had to update that.
We do have a few special rules because it can't be a drink to the past unless we turn it into a hilarious drinking game, right?
Oh,
So-
so I need another beer then.
All right. So, do you want to stay for the rules first, or do you want me to explain?
Yeah, no,
the
I want the
rules?
rules.
Okay,
Then I'm
okay.
going to contemplate on my way.
Because
to
I
the
was going to
fridge.
say, yeah, you're going to contemplate, like, try and estimate how many beers are you going to go through tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I only have so many. We'll see.
Right. All right. So, if you take damage, you have to drink. If you take critical damage, you have to drink twice. If you critically hit, everybody in the party takes a celebratory drink. If you critically miss, you have to finish your drink.
Oh boy.
If you die, you finish your drink and everybody in the party has to drink. If you manage to seduce the boss successfully, everybody else in the party has to waterfall during your sex scene. Are there any questions?
We just got a
Right.
big spoiler that I'm afraid of.
I mean,
I'm
it's
gonna
up
go
to
take
you
the
if you
long
guys
walk
want to
to the
seduce.
fridge now.
Alright, we're gonna go get some new drinks, ones that we hopefully won't die from.
Hopefully.
I have like very high percentage tall boys here, so
Sweet.
I might homebrew that a little if you don't mind.
That's fine. If
Alright.
you can tweak it to your own
I
body weight
Be right
or
I
however
have
you
I have
determine
a,
your.
I have a family to wake up to, and I have Easter eggs to color tomorrow. So we're late on the Easter eggs, but I need to be alive for that. So
Okay,
we'll
that's
see.
fair.
I'll homebrew that.
All right.
We'll speaking of brew, I'll be right back.
Right, but as the dungeon master, I will be drinking anytime any of these things happens to any of the NPCs or enemies in the campaign. So
Okay.
I might have to get
Reckless
up and get
attacks
another.
every time.
I have 2 beers ready, so I may have to get up and get a third or fourth, depending. So we'll kind of wing it as we go. So we'll wait briefly
Time to
for Kevin to
refuel.
get a drink. We will all, at least I will drink because I like drinking. You can drink along at home if you want. I feel like the Kraken actually kind of overpowers this pina colada mixer doohickey
It is
little
a
bit.
powerful spiced rum.
Yeah, so maybe I should have put in a little less Kraken, but I'm not that worried about it because I like Kraken. And it's perfect for Pirate Night. because we're pirates today. Also, a quick plug, as long as we're here, next week, Chris and I will be doing another actual play session, not with Crow and Kevin, unfortunately, but we will be playing Carbine Jungle with Chance, who is been on the podcast once before. You can follow him at NorCal Mythos. He's the lead designer, I believe, on Carbine Jungle, and they're doing a new expansion to Carbine Jungle called Lockdown. So we're going to be playing a one-shot of that next week on the podcast, and it should be super fun. It's a really cool system if you haven't checked it out. It's kind of an anime-inspired tabletop. It's very open-ended. There's a lot of cool customization. You can make it more anime-focused if you want to. Turn it into a space RPG. You can turn it into a regular high fantasy, kind of any... It's really a good system for any kind of thing you want to do. So definitely check them out. You can also check out Carbine Jungle is available on, I believe, Amazon and Drive-Thru RPG, and their new Lockdown system is going to be available on Kickstarter starting the 15th of April. So I got in on an early access thing, so I will actually get a cool thing out of that. I supported them quick right away as soon as I could. They had an early access part, which I think was kind of cool. But for anybody else who missed the early access, you can still kickstart them on the 15th, and there's going to be all sorts of goodies that come with that. So without further dog-do, let us get on to the thing. So, you have all mysteriously started in the same town. So, have your characters met before?
I believe we're all part of the same crew.
Yeah,
I believe I am the crew.
Yes.
Yes, he is the crew.
So, if we would like, actually, that would be interesting. You can go ahead and introduce your characters here. Let's start with Chris, because you're on the top in the order of people on Discord.
Hi, my character is the entire rest of the crew. Any character basically not important enough to have a name is who I'm playing. I'm playing a swarming mass of incompetent baboons that total up to equaling being about as effective as one other player character.
Yeah. So as your token here, I've chosen, I'll ping it right here, is I just uploaded a little image that is full of watermarks from wherever I stole it from, which was probably also some other pirate, of the pirates from that claymation movie. That was a pretty fun movie. I actually really liked that movie. So check out that movie if you're into pirates and silliness. It's very silly.
I'm expecting at least 3 different voices from you, Chris.
Something I'm gonna have to work on.
All right, and next we have Crow. You're the next in the Discord order, so that's the arbitrary order I've decided that people will introduce themselves.
That works. I'm playing as the gnome rogue Panahik Mampodimple. He's a sellsword. He likes money and more money. And he will sell his blade to whoever the highest bidder is, unless they have money, in which case he'll take their money to work for them and then rob them blind before running away. If
Nice.
not, stabbing them in the back.
All right.
But if you keep paying him, then he's happy.
Neat. And the guy who's paying you is currently Kevin.
I'm Gregor, the Minotaur captain, pirate captain of this crew, and I am willing to pay top dollar for my shell swords and for my lovely crew. Treat my crew nicely with grog, ale, booze, drinks, other
Speaking
liquors of sorts,
ale,
and
I have
ale.
I have a good piratey ale this week from Dry Dock Brewing Company. They do all sorts of cool things. They actually, before the pandemic started, they had a sea shanty night. Before sea shanties were cool on the TikTok that all you kids are doing these days. So there's a badass mermaid on their can art. So they do all sorts of like seafaring themed beers and things like that. They're a really cool one. I had another one from them last week, was their sour apricot, which is a variant of this that's actually just a little bit tart. It was not overly tart, so I thought that was really good. But this one's just a blonde ale with apricots, which I think is really it's a pretty good beer. Chris, have you had this one? You live around here.
I have not had that one. We'll have to give that a shot next time I'm around.
Yeah, you can find it in most places. Dry Dock is a fairly big brewery out of Denver here. So, I apparently suck at pouring today, but I also got my I was trying to look for one of my more piratey mugs. I thought this one was a good one.
It's very piratey.
It's got the Ariel on it,
Stein.
which is a ship that sailed in 1866. I know that because it says 1866 on the Stein.
That'll do it.
And I don't know if you can see on the camera here, but it's got a cool like ship's steering wheel on the lid here. So, it was one of my favorite mugs. I liked
It once
it.
was the ship that put to sea.
Yeah.
It's a good
I grabbed a Woodland Farms Brewery Mars Needs Lupulin Hazy IPA. Another Maine Kittery special, but I love that this like
Nice.
hops Martian on the front. little green hops.
All right. Well, anyways, let's get into the actual D&D-ing then. So you guys have all come across, as you pirates are wont to do,
Yeah.
the pub.
The flying motherfucking rickshaw pub.
The Flying Motherfucking Rickshaw Pub, which I got from my table of randomly generated pub names I created myself, which is awesome. And now I will go over to my notes because I don't
Oh, it's
remember
gonna be
all
so
this.
much fun to say rickshaw.
The Flying Motherfucking Rickshaw Pub is the
Flying
most
motherfucking rickshaw.
known as the most bustling pub in all the land, yet upon entrance, it seems barren save one orcish chain smoker in the corner. You aren't sure how he lit the chain, but sure as shit, there's a guy smoking a chain. What a badass! He also has an enormous exclamation point over his head. So let me reveal all the rest of this pub to you. Bum, bum, bum.
The entire crew will file through the doors in a rowdy mob, of which there are no fewer than 32 crew members filing in.
This is great. Each crew member is an HP.
Nice.
By the way, how tall is Gregor?
Heesh. I wrote this down. He is. Oh no, it didn't save. He's well over. He's over 6 feet. Close to 6'7".
Okay.
It's gotta have an S in it.
If it is appreciable to the captain, Panahik's just going to be riding on his shoulders then, because Panahik is 2.5 feet tall.
This is fine. You're just like a little scrub sprite
I'm a
on the
small,
shoulder of the captain.
45-pound little man.
You're my parrot.
Squawk.
Squawk for me, parrot.
Probably
He's
want
like-
to stab you.
We were joking. Skip and I. Skip also says hello.
Hi, Skip.
Before we went live, saying Skip said hi.
Skip.
Skip's. She might be asleep by now, but Skip was saying at random points we would have her come in and she'd be the parrot and she'd just kind of like squawk and say hello.
I checked out your
Find
stream
the
for a
parrot.
little bit on a couple of nights ago, but I didn't see that, so that is funny. I like it.
Yeah.
Find the parrot. That means that I'm clinically insane.
We're all clinically insane, especially my rowdy crew.
It's more fun that way, right? All right, so the rabble of crew members rustle up to the bar, and unfortunately, there is no barkeep. Only the mysterious chain-smoking orc in the corner.
The crew's going to look around for a bit, and then a bunch of them are going to scrabble over the table and start pulling out kegs from under it and drinking it and raiding the bar.
All right. Let's
Panahik's
see
going
if
to
there's
jump off
anything
of
there.
Gregor's shoulders and go search for valuable items.
The taps seem
perhaps
to
not.
all be leading to tubes which lead underground, so you cannot directly access the kegs from there, Chris.
What about the
several crew members are fighting over pulling the taps to get beer into them and trying to like lay their heads underneath it, only for another crew member to shove them out of the way.
All right, make a fortitude save or constitution save because we're okay. Here's a new rule: I have to drink every time I say a 3rd edition rule instead of a 5th edition rule because I mostly play. I'm more familiar with 3rd and 3.5, so I'm gonna say like shit like that a lot. Like make a fortitude save, and then I'm gonna be like, "That's not what it is. It's a constitution save." Fuck! I dropped my drink sign. I have to drink again. Here's my booze. I got my booze.
That would be a 10.
All right. You are inebriated, at least one of you. So choose one of the abilities on your character sheet. That ability gets a -2 for the rest of the game. Ability or skill check or attack rolls or something like that.
Let me see.
Ability as in thing you can
Probably,
do, not ability as in literal
so
ability.
I took as a tool proficiency ships.
Okay.
For ship navigation, so I'm
they're all
say
drunk.
that drunken sailor is going to go good.
Yes.
What shall we do with a drunken sailor? Hold on, let me get my guitar back out. No.
Oh, criminy.
Don't worry, I won't do that yet.
I'm gonna
I'll sing you another
saunter
sea
on
shanty
over
later, maybe.
to this orcish gentleman in the corner.
All right.
Someone over there?
Try to strike up a
Oh,
conversation.
there is someone over there.
Good day, sir.
Hello there. My name is Orc Chris. I am the guy that gives you your first quest. There has to be a tutorial level. Press B to use a melee attack, and use grenades by pressing the left trigger.
One of the crew members
Let's
is going
see.
to press the left trigger instinctively when he was told to.
You press the left trigger.
And the B button. Understood.
All right. So you use the grenade, which is unfortunately the last grenade in your entire inventory, and it falls directly at your feet as well as Panahik. Make dexterity saves to avoid damage from the damage.
Aha.
Oh well, that's not good. Okay, I think a 6 is a failure.
Yes, a 6 is a failure.
Okay.
I didn't actually write a DC on here, so I have to wing it, but
Aha! 11.
11 is slightly better. I'm going to say sure, the DC was 10, because you didn't know
Yeah.
about this. 6 damage is the damage to the crew, and you save for half damage, Panahik. So you only took 3.
Okay, well the crew takes double damage from area of effect attacks. And,
Oh, yeah.
12 crew members are laying bleeding on the ground.
Damn! You poor bastard.
This is ridiculous. My crew's destroyed.
This is literally in my notes that if anybody tries to use the grenade, they use the last grenade and blow up all the players for a d6 damage.
Oh my gosh. I need to roll this too?
No, you're far enough on the other side. But
Yeah,
I think
I'm
the
all the way in
grenades,
the corner.
Yeah, the grenade splash damage is not that quite that far.
Gosh, they're a fine crew, but they're a stupid crew.
Or Chris
I'd
looks
kill
at
all
you.
of them, but we'd be losing more crew that way.
Or Chris gives you a strange look as he takes another long toke from the chain he is smoking. Very strange. Yes, but that's all right. Say, it's been a little while. In fact, it's been 3 days since Kev Out, who is the bartender here, went down to the basement, and he was going to hook up another tap. I'm very excited about this because they have a deal here that if the beer does not reach you in 30 minutes, it's free. So since I've been sitting here for 3 days, my next beer will be free.
Your barkeeper's been downstairs for 3 days?
Yes.
Well, that sounds like an absurdly long amount of time
Ah, my
for someone
leg!
to be downstairs. Perhaps we should see if he's all right.
Oh, perhaps. I don't know. I'm just going to wait patiently for my free beer. Hey, here, take a menu. As long as you're here. He hands you a menu.
Whoa.
That's-
It does, in fact, note on the menu.
Ask
I
for
don't. You
lining.
probably can't read that on the.
Miners.
No, it's there.
Yes.
I mean,
We'll keep your S for
people
lining, no lining.
watching
Look
the
at the
stream
badge.
probably can't read. It's kind of
They can
small,
on our end. Or at least
small
on mine.
text. Yeah. Since Chris is streaming it, it is sort of small on the actual. I mean, he's streaming it through Discord, and then I'm streaming it through to the actual stream. So, sorry if that's hard to read. But yeah. Anyways,
Fine.
Is there a bucket of ants?
That's a good question.
And where is the bucket?
It's above the edge. Below the edge.
Where's the bucket?
you see no buckets currently.
Oh,
All right.
okay. Thank you for the menu. Do you work here? Is this your occupation?
Yes,
Are you just
drinking
a
is what
patron?
I do for a living. I drink and I give out quests to first level noobs. Or
I'll
third
get to
level
that.
noobs in your case.
To first level noobs.
He slams his entire rest of his beer that he's been nursing for 3 days.
Oh, that's a terribly warm beer.
It is.
Let's help this establishment. Perhaps we should investigate and see if there's a dead barkeep in the cellars.
Beer is down the stairs.
Crew, sally
Let's
forth.
go.
But if we find the body, I call whatever loot is on it.
Alright, I'm going to move your tokens here real quick so that I can copy them all to the next page because I should have done that in my prepping
Okay.
and I
This is
didn't.
fun. There is the next page. This is fine.
Alright.
Wait, no, you.
Right, yeah, no, this is the whole adventure.
Down. We're just going down a really long staircase.
Yeah, exactly.
Or in my case, I'm riding on your shoulders because otherwise I'd have to hop down each stair.
Wasn't there more of you when we started?
Oh, we left some bodies on the countertop.
Oh, my leg.
That'd
We'll
be
pick them up on the way out.
Alright,
No man
so
left
you
behind.
come out into the basements.
All right, this is quite the small basement.
There is a door to the south side of the room there, you do see. If you can note on the
Okay.
map there.
Is crewmate, you with the
Go
with the
first.
face. Just,
Yeah.
check this door. Is it locked or is it?
A crewmate is going to open the door and just fling it open.
The door flings open as though it is a door being flung open. Alright, let me see. if I
Excellent. All right, we can leave now.
Well, nobody's here. I guess we'll have to
Yes.
go back up.
Oh gosh, I'm not the best at these kinds of things. Sword, find some, I don't know, explore around, see if there's anything of note or of loot.
Okay, fine.
Is it bright in here? I have dark vision, so I mean, how well can I see?
You can see fine. There's torches lighting the wall, as though this is a regularly used basement of sorts. This room seems to be empty, however, there is another door to the south.
There's nothing in here but another door. You,
Another door.
you, the furry one, open up the door. Not the captain, the little guy.
Alright, he's okay.
I was gonna say, don't talk to your captain that way. Oh, that guy.
Strange furry creature. He's like a miniature Chewbacca.
Nobody knows.
Oh
what
my
he is.
gosh, no, we don't need to know any more about the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Alright, as you
Lumpy,
open the next
lumpy.
door, it opens into a room that is also mostly empty. However, there is a single zombie standing in the corner.
Oh,
Are you the barkeep?
Why,
This is-
no, my name is Zacharias. I am a zombie.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, good
you're
evening,
very-
Jack. Are you,
you're very
How
well
are you?
mannered and learned for a
how are you
zombie.
doing on this evening?
Well, I
Looking for a
would be
barkeep.
fairly good, except for I feel no emotion since the last time I had a zombotomy.
It's unfortunate. Perhaps we should just keep moving.
No, hold on. This might warrant investigation. Excuse me, sir.
Why,
Would
yes.
one such as your don't mind me on the wall? Would one such as yourself carry gold or things of interesting nature?
Oh, why, I used to care very much for gold in my life, but then, you see, I had a zombotomy.
Interesting. And where, pray tell, would this gold and other such trinkets be?
Well, I don't know, you see, my pants have been gone since the last time I saw them.
So is this guy
They
wearing
were
any-
in my pockets. He does seem to have a loincloth, at least. He's not entirely nude.
Clothed. Clothed.
Clothed?
Clothed.
Clothed?
Schreier? Schreier?
And
Sonny and Schreier?
where might these
Schreier.
pants of yours be? Just hypothetically speaking.
I suppose they may have been taken by the zombotomist himself, however I find it more likely that they simply drifted off somewhere in this basement that I have been wandering around since I got a zombotomy.
Intriguing. And where may we find this Zomflorist or whatever you called him?
Well, I used to keep track of all sorts of things and keep very delicate notes of everything I saw and witnessed. However, you see, I have stopped caring about such silly things since I had a zombotomy.
Real one-track mind, this one. Okay, we thank you for your time, good sir, and if we ever find your shirt, we'll be sure to give you a call.
Well, that would be very fantastic, although I've lost my cell phone, you see. It was also in my pants.
Interesting. Somebody open this door.
Okay.
Cell phone.
I don't know what it is, but it sounds expensive.
People just start filing through the door, just shoving and pushing and
And knocking the wall out of the way. I like that you're like we're all just 1x1 characters, but you're a 2x2 like mass, like legion, pressing through the door. All right, let's shally into sidle in.
All right, this this room also appears to be empty except for the door on one side.
Oh my goodness, this is quite the trip. Perhaps I don't
Get
know.
the
Is there
beer!
anything along the floors or any papers, effects, ale, anything?
Do you have any senses or abilities that allow you to detect such things?
Of my eyeballs, they're still about me, and my witch still about me as well.
I can do an
I
investigation.
can.
You could make an investigation check. Either
Yes.
Anybody who would like to?
Yes. Let's. I would
Yes.
like that very much.
oh, let's see. There's probably yeah. So I got skill monkeys. So
Aha.
there's at least one person in this crew who's slightly
That's
better at
one.
investigation than the
I've
others.
got something. Oh, it's so dusty down here. It's,
I found the door.
gosh, my contact. I swear, it was in here before. Just seemed to roll around.
You find the inside of an eyelid.
Take a peek around, please. I'm gonna need a moment. I got a -1 for my int. I forgot, I'm not the smartest.
It's okay. Got a +3. What did I find? Oh,
All right.
Everything about this is great.
Well, anyways, as Chris is opening the next door, it actually opens into a larger room with a few different directions that could potentially be traversed.
so we're just not gonna find anything. With my fantastic.
Are we supposed to see these labels?
Yes, there is a label on a few. There is a sign outside of a few of the doors. One of them says laboratory, and one of them says boss room. That was actually, in fact, intentional.
Okay. What up,
curious-
Joseph?
Quite the embarrassing moment, but I can't read.
Captain,
Wonderful.
one of the doors over here says 7.
7
That's-
beers? Me
Maybe.
first.
7, you say.
No, I want it first.
Fall in line, crew.
All right, so are
Step
you opening
back.
the door there?
Yeah.
Yes, let's let the
Into the
small
center.
man
Okay.
take this doorway.
As you open up, you see a skeletal bird man.
Oh my gosh, it's an albatross.
But it's a man. But it's also a skeleton.
Why, hello there, people.
Good evening, Mr. What time of day is it?
Hold on.
Good
I actually have dice to figure that out.
Good-
I
good
don't have the
morning.
right dice to figure that out. Hold on. I'm going to roll a d20 and a d4.
All right, yes, that's great. I mean, well, also too, we're rolling into a. Oh, it doesn't matter. We're pirates. We're rolling
It
to a
is
bar
13
at 5 a.m.
o'clock.
13 o'clock. Excellent.
That's
Good
1 p.m.
afternoon.
for you non-military time people.
Yes.
For you
Scally-
non-pirates.
Scallywaggies.
Yeah, do they use military time in piracy?
They can.
They use pirate time. We're always on pirate time.
In pirate time, it's drink o'clock.
It's grog o'clock.
All right.
Good afternoon, Mr. Skeleton. How fares you?
I am quite good. My name is Crew. I used to be called Crow. However, now I am dead and zombified, and so I am Crew, which is the past tense of Crow, which I feel I need to explain that to people because nobody uses crew in that sense anymore.
The crew starts looking at each other
Is he
nervously.
making that up? I feel like he's making that up.
It sounds possible that this is true. I've heard that a grouping of a crow is a murder, which unfortunately our crew has been murdered quite a bit by that tutorial above us. Crew, would you be looking to join our crew? We could use the enhancement. We could
Oh,
pay 10 gold pieces.
I have quite a fine occupation here, so you see. I am employed by the owner of this pub, Kev Out, and Kev Up, his father, I believe. It's been quite some time I have worked for their family, and I have stood post here, doing my job since before I was dead, in fact.
And what is your
Pray
job?
tell, what is that occupation?
My job is to transport people back in time to this very room 50 years ago, and I stand my post back there 50 years ago and transport them forward as well.
Interesting.
Very interesting. 50 years ago, were you alive?
I was indeed alive.
But I was not.
Neat.
And neither was I.
I question
Oh,
your
no.
logic, Birdman. This feels like a trap.
How many members of the crew were alive 50 years back?
Let me roll for that.
I'm gonna also
like
drink
that.
anytime we roll
11
for
crew
something
members.
hilarious.
11 of the crew members are at least 50 years old.
Many elder ones, some of which were probably
This is
left
quite an old
behind.
crew.
because explosives are not exactly conducive to old bones. Pray tell, Birdman, why, when two of the doors have actual writing and words on their signs, why does your door only say 7?
Well, that was the one thing that was supposed to lay on the GM layer, but the GM fucked up.
I see. Captain, I think this guy's
All right,
full of
well,
shit.
we'll be paying you a visit if we need your services in the future.
You enjoy your box.
A good deal. If you should like to return to 50 years in the past, return back to this room.
Of course. Bye.
All right, you
Gonna slow
return,
back
and
out.
you now have 3 doors, 2 of which are labeled boss room as and laboratory, respectively, and the middle one is unlabeled, as you see.
The beer
So I can read this one down here. Seems to be blank.
I mean, that's not technically untrue.
blank. Is that kind of beer?
It could
I
be.
drink a blank IPA.
One of you go find out.
The
Yes.
whole
Or all of
herd
you.
of the crew is going to pile through the door at the mention of the blank possibly being a brand of beer.
Inside here, there are 3 people wearing dark robes and carrying various weaponry, and they look at you and they seem to be totally blitzed out of their mind. They keep babbling about how beer is their salvations, but they cannot, you can't tell if they're saying salvation or salivation or starvation or you're a cunt.
They seem like a trustworthy bunch. Excuse me, fine gentlemen. Do you have any money?
Money? Where the fuck are you all with money? Money doesn't do anything. The only true salvation you see, my friend, is from alcoholic exploitation of the liver. Bro!
At this, all 20 of the crew members in this portion of the crew are going to cheer.
Contraire, my friend. You see, money is one of the greatest gifts, because what can you buy beer with but more money?
You got a weird point, Schlummy. He's got a weird point. Yeah. He sort of does. I'm seeing what you're saying here. Hey, did you notice that the back wall hasn't yet rendered? That's fucking weird. There used to be a back wall, didn't there?
I'd like to poke around the room and see if perhaps we could find the back wall.
There it is. Oh, no.
Oh, yes, there it is.
That's only half of it. Hold on.
That's a free check.
There it is.
Oh, there we go. Yes, this is great. Quite the place you have here, folks.
Hold on, I'm playing with the fourth wall.
It's just fine. Right there on the side.
The swarm stood on me! Ah!
There is a back wall here. We found
it! Would you gentlemen perhaps share a drink with us?
I will
Like
drink anything. Do you have beer in your pockets?
I'll check my pockets. I don't, but I'm willing to share a drink in some good tidings. Perhaps you could help us find the barkeep. We're looking to find him. It's been 3 days since the folks upstairs have seen him.
Ah, well that will leave him with nothing to drink. Not anything with that shit ain't so. But he's probably changing the kegs. He's probably in the keg room.
Sounds like he might be Kevo lost.
And, where, pray tell, would this keg room be?
The keg room is hard to access. Is guarded by walls. You can't get in there unless you use the door. But they took out the door 50 years ago.
Okay. And where is this wall that's guarding it?
Around the kegs. I don't know. It's like if you go there, it's easy to find the door, but the door hasn't been there for 50 years.
Okay. I have an idea. You see, follow me on this one. Actually, there's a specific way this needs to be done. It's a very important, very specific ritual. Crew, I want you to stand by the wall. It's a very special trick that I witnessed about, what was it, 20 minutes? Yes, 20 minutes ago. Okay. If I remember how to do this correctly, I simply press B and the right trigger.
I'm gonna move
trigger?
up to this corner of the room.
Unfortunately, the party is now out of grenades. Chris used the last one. It says so in my DM notes. I'll show you at the end of the session if you don't believe me.
I failed the ritual.
I'm gonna pull one crewmate aside. If shit
One
starts to go
crewmate will
sideways,
be with you.
we're gonna send you into the past. You're sticking with me, Schwabi. And I have like one.
The crewmate you're talking to looks like a grandma with a rolling pin.
There's
Okay.
Here's your token
Fine,
for the
Grandma,
other crewmate there,
You'll feel
Chris.
much younger.
Can I edit the name? Yeah, I'll edit the name of this.
Oh, I could read this one. You know what? I'll be right back, gentlemen. I need to hit the head. I'm gonna use the lavatory.
I don't. You know what? I think that's fine. Just
Hold on, I'm failing a charisma save here against that joke.
if something smells like it's burning, I'm sure it's probably fine.
Fuck yes.
It's so hard to be so smart, to be so dumb.
Grandma is going to open this door and talk to crew.
Damn it, Graham, no. I said when shit hit the fan. Where'd she go? Ah, old woman.
It's fine. It's fine. She can handle this. She's been around the block once or twice, maybe 5 times.
The door to the room labeled laboratory is unfortunately locked. It has a very, actually, fine lock, seemingly made out of very fine adamant and coated in gold.
Adamant? Gold, you say? Ooh, interesting.
Not quite the lock.
I'm just sliding
Shell
right
sword.
underneath it.
I'm gonna be honest, my good friend. I still can't quite pronounce your name. I'm just gonna call you Panic.
You can call me Bimple.
Excuse me, I could call you Pinball.
You know what? Sure. Why not? Let's just go with that.
All right.
Grandpa.
I think that the
My enemies call me
the limit
big
here
fella.
will be PM. You'll be my PM, Prime Minister. That's who you are. Right hand man.
My enemies call me the big bad Bimple, but you can call me whatever you want, so long as you keep
Triple
paying
B.
me.
All right, Triple B it is.
There we go.
All right, Triple B.
Okay.
It seems that this lock is quite intricate.
I see. But
And based on your dossier, I've seen that you could perhaps pick some sort of lock like
How did
this.
you read his dossier?
Of course, I always read dossiers.
I did have to put a. I had to
Monty
submit
Penny
a-
put it on my desk the other day.
I had to submit an
You read the
application
dossier,
before I
but you
was able
can't read the lavatory sign?
Well, so
I had
I
had my secretary, one of the crew, read it verbatim.
Okay,
for
that-
me.
I
There
had
you
to
go.
draw it in shapes.
I could announce it if I get a good enough history check.
Anyway,
Nice.
I'm very proficient with things of gold nature. I'm also skilled with tinkering and artificing, and also I have some thieves' tools, so I pick many locks.
Well, all right, excellent. Your mission right now is to pick this lock. I'm going to stand 20 paces this way in case it explodes. I mean, in case you unlock it.
It's fine. It's fine, right?
I'll be watching you from way over here.
Gonna- Let me make sure that it's fine. What do I do to investigate to make sure that it's fine?
You could make an
All the
investigate
crew-
check.
All the crew except Graham.
Just all step back.
I know how these things work. I've been in ballistics. My weapon is a cannonball on a pole.
Nice. I'm going to move the stream over, actually, so that the viewers can
nine.
see the rolls here. I don't know if you can read them. They're kind of small, but... There you
Do
go,
you keep the 3D
viewers.
dice on?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I should do
Oh,
that.
I love the 3D dice.
Yeah, I've never actually used that option. I'm not sure how to turn it on. I can...
If you go
it's
to
easy,
the little gear dude,
Enable 3D dice! Alright, there,
Enable
that
3D
was
dice.
that was easy enough, so
it ain't that bad.
yeah, that might work.
I would click on.
It's
auto
cool too,
roll
like your
as well.
little like shape square next to your name. You know, the box.
Mm-hmm.
You can change the color of what the dice are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's great.
mine are yellow.
neat.
Anyway, what do I learn?
Alright, so you rolled
me what I
that
see with my
9. You see a lock. Locking a door. The door is made of wood, and the lock is made of metal.
All right.
You've heard metal is a thing that is used to make stuff out of.
Well, let's bust this bitch open.
Alright. You can make an open lock check or whatever the equivalent is here. I have to drink because I don't remember the actual name of the skill. It might still be open lock. Is it still open lock or is it?
No, I don't think.
I think it's just lockpick with your thieves' tools.
Is that just a thing that I can do?
I mean,
You could try to pick a
probably.
lock.
Yeah, it probably
I think
uses
it's
your
like there's a
dexterity
thieves'
somehow.
tools like
There are
dex, like
skills in
dex
this
or
game,
whatever.
right? Hold on, let me
Yeah.
open your character sheet and look how character sheets work. How do character
I think it's
sheets
just
work in
like
this
a-
game?
It's just
Bum,
like a
bum,
dex
bum.
thing.
I say it could be sleight of hand check, maybe.
And you're just proficient in it?
Sleight of
Or are you
If you-
proficient with thieves' tools?
Yes.
Yeah,
Then
so
you
you should
add
get the
your
+2 bonus.
Yeah.
And then you should get the +2 proficiency bonus, and then I think dex.
If you need any help, I'll be standing by with a grape shot and a
Yeah,
bit
you know
of
what?
a bit of fish and vinegar to knock it open.
You know what? That's a good point. You have a giant fucking weapon. Why don't you just break it? It's a wooden door.
You see, you ask these questions, but you must realize that. That's
But
why
the
I'm the
lock,
captain.
it's made of adamant. Shh.
Ah,
He's suggesting you break the door. But why don't we just steal the lock? It's made of adamant.
if anybody's taking the lock,
I was
it's
hoping
mine.
to save the lock as a trinket, perhaps a necklace or something that we could hawk off at the next port.
Just like a badass, like what's that guy that was
It's
in
Flavor Flav.
WWF used to use? What was
Oh
that?
my gosh, I know that Batista. This is after WWF, but Batista, the famous movie star now,
Okay, was it Batista?
Drax the Destroyer. When he first showed up, he
Yeah.
was Deacon Batista, and he
Uh-huh.
wore like a chain with a lock on his around his neck. And John
Okay.
Cena did the same thing too. He had a chain.
John
with a lock.
Cena's
That's
who
what
I
it
was
came with a
thinking
lock
of.
pick.
Yeah.
Oh, that was WWE at that point.
Yeah, okay. I always think of it as WWF anyway, because I haven't like actively watched since it was WWF, and I've like
Hey,
caught,
WrestleMania's tomorrow.
yeah, I've caught bits and pieces
Come
here and
watch
there.
on the
Okay.
Discord.
I might do that. That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's 2 nights too.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. All right.
Come on by.
I may
All
do
are
it.
welcome.
Yeah. Check out the Super Shabazzle Discord. Shameless plug.
Was it Super? I forget what it's called now. Super Shabazzle World? Yeah.
Super
Made
shabby.
I'm out of booze there, so I'll have to actually get onto my beer for real this time. But I've got plenty of beer to spare, so that'll work.
Alright.
Are you gonna roll the thieves' tools roll?
Yeah, I was looking to see what the.
Just wondering what
bonus
this
was that I
D20
got.
plus 3 is. Mr. PM.
Oh,
That
that
was-
was my investigation.
Yeah, that was his
Ah,
investigation to see if it was trapped or otherwise
Excellent.
somehow changed, I guess.
So
That's right. That's why I stood 20 feet away to inspect this corner of the wall here, perhaps.
So
That
it's a
corner of the
1d20
wall is slightly dusty.
It's a 1d20 plus my Dex modifier.
Yes,
Plus
and then
proficiency?
plus the 2 for or is the proficiency bonus plus 2 at third level still? Or
yeah,
does
it's
it-
plus 2, yeah.
Okay.
it's +2.
Okay.
It's
I never
level.
remember when it
Do-
increases.
Since I have a
Level
proficiency,
5.
since I have
Okay.
Tinkerer proficiency as well, do I get another +2, or is it just those?
Tinkers if you're like building shit.
Oh yeah, construction. Sure enough. Okay. Maybe.
You,
It's
you,
taking
What happened
a very
here?
long time. This is a very intricate lock. Oh, I fucked it up. But it's fine. I was trying to pick
It's a
the
very
doorknob.
intricate command.
R
just
slash instead of slash R. You
Nope.
fool! You
Don't feel
fool!
bad. I've tried to ping many servers that don't exist because I spelled them wrong.
Hey, look! A yellow
Oh,
die
yeah, this is
appears.
great.
You
You're
roll a
doing
14,
great.
and your bonus gives you a +4. So 18 is unfortunately not enough to pick this very finely crafted lock. You get your picks in there, and you realize this may just be beyond your skill. Unfortunately, this is actually one of the finest locks you've ever seen. The inner workings of it are just all kind of a mess. You can't really tell what all is going on in there.
What's this door do?
Whoever created this lock was either the smartest or stupidest lockmaker I've ever come across.
It's just
Either
the
way,
most
whenever we get
ridiculous
it off,
thing.
it's
Who in
mine.
the hell charges to use the bathroom? A locked
So-
bathroom?
The crew is going to open the door to the boss room.
Okay. Missed. Sorry.
It's going through the wall.
There is a desk in the boss room.
Spooky lectern. Well, alright then.
The crew is going to go over to the desk and immediately begin pilfering through all of it.
All right. You find that on the desk there is a handwritten note, which I will share here.
I have an important question to ask.
And
Are there 10 grandmothers in this crew? Or was it just a convenience of splitting?
Yeah, shouldn't that be one?
Holy balls, the janitor is a crazy bastard. He tied me up and he's going to burn the booze. Somebody save me and the booze and I'll give you free booze for life. I'm in the beer room. Kev out, pub owner. P.S. If you write P.S. at the end of a letter, most people will read it as piss. Ha ha ha, lol.
He doesn't exactly sound like the best bar owner, but free beer is always welcome.
We've got to get back to the past!
Yeah,
I'm taking
so-
Grandma's already been in the past for several hours now.
could be.
No, they got caught up in conversation.
Time's just
talking
an
about
illusion,
age gone
man.
by.
As you were checking, the desk also has 100 total drawers. So, if you would like to check those out now or later, you could. But we can move on to over here.
100 drawers.
100 drawers.
I mean, the
I-
crew would probably open several drawers while one of them is reading the note, so...
Yeah, we can assume at least 20 drawers got open.
Okay, so how many? There 20 drawers went opened.
18 drawers got opened, one person read the note, and Grandma is off talking to the crew.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll a percentile here real quick to see if you notice anything. What the hell? Do you see my dice roll there? There it is, 85.
Okay.
You pull open 18 of you pull open a drawer and don't notice anything specifically.
What about me? I haven't.
Although you do find some random things, which I will have to pull up my chart to find out. So hold on here. There are some things in the drawers, but I don't have them. I have to pull up my...
Maybe some knickknacks. A couple of paddywhacks. If we level up, we could give our dog a bone, because once the crew levels up to level 4, this old man is going home.
One of the drawers contains a prison cell, which has a fairy in it.
What?
One of, like, a shifty-looking, short dude is going to stick that in his crotch.
Okay.
Look on
Can
your
you-
face.
Can you repeat that?
One of the drawers had a prison cell in which was captured a fairy.
Not a cage, like a full-blown cell.
Yeah.
And you said a ferry like a boat, not a fairy like a fairy cast a magic spell to shrink
No,
this
that,
thing.
like
so
a
that it could
fairy,
fit
a
in
fairy,
drawer.
like a creature,
Tiny
magical
creature.
creature. Yeah.
The short guy's like, this one will revive me if I ever get shot in the gut.
And another one
This is the
appears
craziest
to.
IPA I've ever had.
Another one has a table in it
Like,
Oh my
that
gosh.
is actually ridiculously gigantic and fills up almost the entire room.
huh. Is there anything valuable on the table?
There is some silver cups and silver plates.
I'm going to gather up everything silver and valuable and stick them in my pockets.
All right.
I have many pockets. Many very deep pockets.
All right. You gain apparently
one fork.
You gain one pocket.
one silver thing. which is a cup and a plate, I suppose, is what I said.
Goodness.
So,
Fine by me.
I was afraid of lifting this desk up and perhaps emptying the contents out. I feel like we'd be covered in whales or perhaps some other nautical creatures.
Might be a bad idea. We should probably go very slowly.
and
Yes, I know. This table almost crushed me to death.
So, I have the ability Fast Hands. Would I be able to roll to see how many drawers I can open in a reasonable amount of time?
While he's doing that, I'm going to use my ability of fast feet to get out of this room.
What do you say? Shall we take this gamble?
Crew starts backing out of the room.
I was afraid that somehow, while I was blinking, that 10 people in the crew died.
and one of them opens up a drawer that contains a 5-headed dragon.
Good day to you, sir.
The dapper suit.
You are very exquisitely dressed. Another man or group of gentlemen of high culture, I see.
Yes, indeed. We
It is a pleasure to
are
make your acquaintance.
just so thrilled to be out of there. I don't know. I was actually having a good time with you guys. I thought we were bonding. Shut the fuck up, Fred. I'm so tired of your shit. I haven't heard anybody talk for that long. In ever, Fred. In ever.
The entire crew is going to start looking in directions other than the 5-headed dragon and start whistling nonchalantly, trying to pretend like they're not noticing the meltdown going on in front of them.
They argue amongst
Is
themselves
anybody
a
up for
little
a game
more
of
on whether or
cards?
not it was a good time in that drawer.
Sirs and or madams, it is a great pleasure to make your acquaintance. But please, do tell, you seem very familiar with a place like this. Is there anything else of note in this odd desk?
I don't know. We've been locked in that drawer for 75 years.
75, you say? That's more than 50.
Yes, that is a fact, I
These are
think.
7, just like what's on the other door.
I don't know what that means, but perhaps it's catastrophic. Oh, shut the fuck up, Fred. It's fine. What does that even mean? Of course, 75 is more than 50, you stupid bastard.
In any event, I think we both would find it agreeable to the fact that we've done you a great service by freeing you from what would be, lack of better terms, a prison, as this desk clearly seems to be, as to your demeanor.
Suddenly, 3 of the heads notice in the middle of your sentence that there's food all over the table and they begin devouring it.
Yes, quite. Well, for the 2 of you that are remaining, I do believe a reward is in action. No. After all, we
you like
did
my sound
save
effects?
you. Riveting.
Disgusting.
You can have some of this food. I guess you could have my jacket if you'd like. That's literally all I have on me.
It is a fine-looking jacket. You've got yourselves a deal.
They take off their jacket. It is a masterwork jacket.
Yes. I'm going to fold it up very neatly and stick it in one of my pockets. I thank you for your time and am pleased to be of service. If there is anything to call, or if there's any other help that you need, please, by all means, do not hesitate to, bye.
They continue devouring voraciously, as though they had not eaten in 75 years.
Gonna quickly close the door and make our way up to Grandma.
All right.
Actually, let's go pay grandmother a visit.
Grandma, you're done telling stories yet?
So Grandma had been there actually a little while. Was she just
Oh, dear
sitting
Lord,
around?
I can move the crew.
Oh yeah,
I just imagined that those two were exchanging
I won't, but I
stories from
could.
50 years ago.
Yeah, I made all the tokens movable by everybody, not just because I wasn't sure when everybody would get the availability to make their character and upload it to the Roll20 here. So I just put everything on there so everybody could move it when they joined. And then, oddly enough, Chris and Crow didn't join until like an hour ago.
Yeah.
This is fine.
All right.
Well, Manbird, I hope you and Grandma are done reminiscing about days gone by, but it seems that we have exhausted all other options, and we'll take you up on your offer.
Yes. Yeah. What were we talking about?
All right, so you return to crew.
Why, hello there. Have you come to use my services?
Yes, it appears that.
Grandma glitches into the wall.
Grandma, no!
Why, holy fuck. That shouldn't happen. Oh, it's okay. You're back now.
She's a sweet old gal, but she does that in her old age. It's fine. Pay
I
no
see.
mind to Gram. We would like to complacent? We'd like to complacent your services.
We would like to produce
I'm
your
in
services.
dire need of using the lavatory. I'd like to go back to a time 50 years back where that lock wasn't installed so I might take a piss in the lavatory.
That is a
Could you make that
wonderful
happen for us?
idea. I do believe the lavatory has... Wait, hold on. Is there a lavatory in here? I think they have an outhouse. Anyways, yeah, I'll do it. Poof. And
Oh shit, I was gonna push one of the crew in first, but I guess it's all of us.
boom!
Kyle's
Suddenly,
theme.
you are back in the same place as far as you can tell, except for the crow is not undead. Why, hello there! My name is Crow. I think if I should ever become a zombie, I will change my name to Crew, for, you see, Crew is the past tense of Crow.
A fantastic idea, but might I suggest not?
What year is it?
What about? And think about this. I would say you'd have about 50 years or so to stew it over, just as a hypothetical. What about Stephen?
I shall
Like I said.
consider it.
Just think it over for about 50 years or so, for no particular reason. Anyway, what year is it?
It is the year 50 years before the present.
Ah, yes, I was born in 30 years before the present. I remember it like it was yesterday.
You know,
30 years in the present before it.
My father always told me that I was born 24 years before the present. I thought he was just being a prick, but, you know,
Oh my gosh.
I think
So wait, I'm sorry. I need to derail all of this to bring up a very terrible anecdote. There is an awful book in the world out there called The Empire State. And it is like a book that tries to do like 12 pop culture things together. But it involves like a weird, like, spherical area that's surrounded by mist that is like a branch off of New York City. And they call it the Empire State. And the people that live there live near this fog where they know the time as existing from like 10 years ago. But the guy that the main character is like 40. And he grapples with the fact that he's 40, living in a world where there's only been 10 years. We're going to keep going. Just keep that in your brain. We're in the Empire State now, gentlemen.
Right. Well, I have an existential crisis about being negative 26 years old. I'm also going to come out and have an existential crisis about where the fuck are the doors?
Hold on, that's a good question. There should be
Feathery
doors.
motherfucker lied to us.
Speaking of doors,
Hold on.
I'm about to open the door
let
to
me
my
get some
refrigerator
snacks.
for another beer. I'll be right back.
Captain? He's gone. He's zoned out. He's gone to that faraway land of, what did he call it? Kitchen?
Sorry, there's the doors. I'm not sure where they went exactly, but they are back now.
Ah,
One of the crew members is just sitting in the back eating chips, trying like,
blink for a second and the doors are back. What sort of mad trickery did that skeleton bird man put us through? What kind of bullshit is this?
The kind that comes out of a bull's ass.
I. Does that mean our captain? Is he? I mean, he's technically part bull. You know, I think some questions are better left unanswered.
what's through this door?
Way over here.
Through that door is another door.
Move out of the way.
Through that door is another door.
4.
Also, there's a 4, but it's not on purpose. That's just for my reference. Pretend the 4 that you do not pay no attention to the 4 behind the curtain.
First a 7, then a 4, 50, 75. What does it all mean? Wait a minute! In a feverish rampage, I kick down this door.
All right.
And by kick it down, I mean throw my full body into it because I'm like a third of the size of the door.
Thunk.
Drink to math.
All right. Inside that door, you find a cork board, and upon the cork board is pegged a single note.
Where's the desk? It doesn't add up.
If I can find the...
What sort of drug-induced hallucination fever dream bullshit is this?
There it is. So here is the note.
Buy a desk.
Buy
Buy
desk,
some coasters.
pull a pint, drink the pint, but be sure to use a coaster to protect my new desk. So then, if he hasn't gotten the desk yet, and that
If this note comes in front of me, I have to ask one of the crew to read it for me.
essentially the desk that was here before is not here now, meaning Kevin O'Malley has yet to buy
Kev out,
desk.
not Kev in, Kev out.
Kev wherever you are.
Kev's near, Kev far.
In Maine. In Maine. In Maine. In Maine.
He has yet to find the desk. Which means there may be a chance yet to rescue that dragon and solve the riddle. Moreover, get a second jacket. Onward,
Don't
crew.
be giving me any of that O'Reilly shit.
It's fine. O'Reilly Auto Parts hasn't been founded this far back. It's 50 years before the current era. Or whatever it was.
Get to the beer room.
All right. If I can remember which
Oh
keyboard
gosh, no.
shortcut
Could I take a
goes-
peek and see if the lavatory was unlocked?
Yes, I will go to Kevin first, and then I will come back to where Chris is doing shit.
The name's Gregor.
Gregor. Yes.
With 2 O's.
As
Double O
opposed to the
Gregor.
crew. Double O Gregor. Gregor.
Gregor.
Oh, Gregor.
Oh, Gregor. They love that dog.
Oh, Gregor.
All right.
And naturally, I have my halfling perched on the shoulder. The crow. The bird. I mean, the parrot.
Squawk.
You see an elven woman who is chained to the wall.
Grandma.
Hail, elven woman who's chained to the wall. Pray tell, what brings you to this wall?
Why,
I see that the wall is actually intact at this part of this chamber.
I have been chained here by the master of this pub basement.
How long have you been chained here?
Approximately 10 minutes.
Oh, the crime seems to be fresh. What are you guilty of being charged with?
First is 7.
Well, I have no idea, really. I came into the pub
Then it's
hoping to find some questery, as I am a bard of some note. I was hoping to either meet up with a party of fine adventurers and score some gold, killing goblins and the like, or perhaps I would sing my fill and make my coin that way. But unfortunately, the evil master B-Beg, who is a very terrible sort of a person, locked me up in his pub basement instead.
His name is literally B-Bag.
His name is literally B-Beg. Or perhaps that's a pseudonym, I'm not entirely sure.
Barnabas Begg, my old rival from across the seas. Barnabas, you bastard. All the way back here, 50 years in the past, I'll finally be able to exact my revenge before he even comes into being. Elven
Figured out
woman.
the riddle. All the numbers add up now. The
Pipe down,
75.
halfling. We're not doing math right now. I can't figure that out right now. We're on the quest for booze. Oh my goodness. Elven woman, have you pressed the L button or the B button?
I have a B button. She honks her accordion just so. I don't have an L button. It only goes up to G and then it repeats.
Okay, good. Alright, she's fine.
Means that the
We
grave
can keep
must
our
still be
distance.
there.
The crew isn't nearby, are they?
No.
Take a look
The
around.
crew
The
is
They're
currently
off, right?
Ritual.
fucking off trying to get to the booze room as fast as possible.
I don't know if the
Okay.
ritual would work without the crew.
Well, PM, what do we do here? Do we leave this woman to be
She
changed?
plays a jaunty tune on her accordion.
I think we should leave her. I think we should go.
No, perhaps let her just play this one.
Okay, maybe 1, 2. Madam, your accordion seems to not be fully functional.
It's a Discordian. I'm full of this shit.
Anyway. Ma'am?
Why, yes, I'm sorry. I was very distracted by my jaunty tune. I hope Nintendo doesn't sue me for copyright.
Oh my goodness. Best of luck in your future endeavors. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here.
Good luck with your chain and, wall.
Yes, have fun with your quest as well, my good sirs. And, bunch of... Oh, no, never mind. They're in the other room. I can't see the crew. I'm breaking the fourth wall. Fuck me.
Okay, bye. Gonna shut the door and go after the crew.
Gonna get the fuck out of there.
All right. So, crew, as you are opening the door, you see another
Alright,
door.
it's
Can
the
you see
crew.
all? Yeah, you can see
my
all those
loyal
on there.
crew. Dwindling in numbers, it seems. Oh no, we're back.
They're
at
just
full
all
strength.
studying this wall, and they have been for as long as you were talking. And they're like, you'd think on this fourth wall here there would be a door, even a window, but there isn't.
We can't find a door.
See if the wall. What is this wall made out of? Is it made of adamantine or some
The-
other Marvel shit?
The doors?
Adamantium.
The wall. The wall is
This
all
wall.
stonework.
The wall, not the doors.
Yeah, the walls are all stonework throughout the entire pub basement.
Intriguing.
But yeah, it seems like relatively what you would expect to be creating a basement wall laid within the foundation of the pub.
Did you know I can get through stone walls? Captain, stand back. It's time for the ritual. Actually,
Wait,
no.
what?
It failed when I tried it. You conduct the grenade ritual. It's 50 years before the present. We should have our grenade back.
I don't think that time physics. I'm no mathematician here, but time and physics don't work that way. I was thinking perhaps I would take this here giant grape shot and smash through the wall. Kool-Aid Man style.
Or, idea. Attach the grenade to your grape shot, and then do it.
Explosive grapes.
Smash the fourth wall!
Did I?
Smash the fourth wall! Smash the fourth wall! The entire
Did I check
crew
my
is going to.
inventory? Wait, no, go ahead.
The entire crew is going to start beating on the wall with clubs.
Yes, this is what I pay you for. I'll just marvel at this.
I'll let you take 10 on the attack roll since you're out of combat. Make a damage roll.
Okay. They're really incompetent at this. They deal 4 damage.
Incredible.
It's a wall.
They all hurt their
number is
hands
4, so
slightly
that
as
should
they
do it.
punch and beat against
Ow!
it.
Oh.
I like to examine my inventory and see if there's a grenade existing in it.
There is unfortunately not. The party shares an inventory of grenades for some reason, and the crew used them all earlier.
Yes, I've checked our pocket of grenades and it seems to be tapped. Like the kegs of this basement pubbery.
I'd tap that. Okay.
So how much would you say blasting charges are worth, Sean?
I don't know. Does 5e have a rule for that? Hold on. Let me Google 5e blasting
And the mother is a blasting charge.
charges.
Dynamite, basically.
A blast charge is a 12-pound bag of gunpowder. It's blah blah blah. Is D10 plus blah plus D20 plus blah 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 blah. Blast charge. 5e equipment. Hold on here.
Oh, it's 75 gold.
75 gold.
Too expensive for my ability. That's
Perhaps we should just keep knocking down all these doors.
okay. Get out of my
Crew
way.
first, ask questions later.
You come into the next room and it
Oh,
appears to
Criminius, the
be
dead guy
also
here.
empty.
Oh, the room's empty.
Yes.
No dead man, no pants, no cell phone?
Seems to be.
They have cell phones 50 years back and 50 years from the present?
However, in the next room, you do see a couple of doors that end up pointing in directions.
Excellent, I remember this is a real fake door.
One of them says 2. What could it mean?
All right. Hold on here a second. I need to change the stuff off the other layer.
Okay.
Calm your tits, Chris. Calm them, I say.
Calm the collective tits of
It's
Remember,
taking
oh
some-
my
it's-
goodness, the best thing could have happened. 50 years in the past, we could have walked up the stairs to see if the keg was tapped. Maybe recruit some more crew members.
All right. There is a guy in here.
Or we can just walk to the
and
right.
Another guy.
Hey, it's Matt Mercer. There he is.
Is that really Matt Mercer?
I mean, it looks kind of like
Looks like
pixel
an art
Matt
of him.
Mercer.
Looks like a drawing of Matt.
It's Pat Purser.
Right.
Hey, Pat. Thanks for coming.
So there's several kegs all around the room. You assume
I'll
this
drink the
possibly might be the keg room. Also, there is seems to be 2 guys arguing in here. This one seems to be holding a mop. You'd guess perhaps he's a janitor or some such. And this one is holding a load of paperwork and seems to be arguing with him about something.
Remember?
Well, hold on. Who are these people all getting in my way? Well, now don't change the subject, I say, you stupid bastard cunt face. I'm here that I demand that I must get paid equally. You have not been paying me half as much as you have promised, and not half as much as the minimum wage should be. If we had instructed such a minimum wage in this kind of disheveled economy as such, it probably hasn't been invented for another 75 years or so, but fuck you for not abiding by it, you turd!
Excuse me, gentlemen. Did somebody say something about being paid?
Why, yes, this here rat bastard is not paying me a fair wage. Well, now I've paid you exactly what I've told you I would pay you, which is 1 beer an hour and a slap on the ass.
Well, that's not what you said you would pay me. That's only what you wrote in the fine print because you're a cunt.
I don't think either of you understands how this works. Are
I'm
you?
not quite sure what the minimum wage was 50 years in the past of the present, but it doesn't quite seem that you could get very far in this. 1 beer on the hour? Gosh, no, that's far too weak of a drink for a Minotaur.
You'd be sober before you're at the bottom of the bottle.
He signed the contract. It's not my fault at all. Why, yes it is, you stupid slimy git.
She should look for better compensation,
Right,
That's better occupation.
I think we're going.
My goodness, I'm using such big words.
I'm so proud
Well,
of
but according to the contract, he has to work with me for 50 years, you see. So he is stuck here, unfortunately.
Uh-huh.
According to the contract, he has to work with me for 50 years.
Most unfortunate.
Stuck here, unfortunately.
A damn
That's a
shame,
good
even.
conversation.
One of the crew members in the back, the little miniature Chewbacca dude, is going to look shiftily around and try and open up a keg and just start lapping up from the back as
Lumpy.
this argument is going on. Yeah, Lumpy.
Lumpy, I think, is the little Chewbacca in the holiday special.
Oh god.
I feel like Lumpy is either the little guy or the grandpa, and there's like a 5-minute scene of like Lumpy walking around outside that could like fall. I don't want to spoil everything for our Christmas special here, or our Life Day special, excuse me. Maybe PC here. But like he's like wandering around like on this thing and like almost falls and then doesn't, and like that's the payoff of like the whole dang scene. Anyway, Lumpy's sipping booze. Sorry.
Nice.
Right. Well,
Gonna hop up on top of one of the kegs.
gentlemen, it seems that we have come across a fine predicament here, and I think there's only one way to solve it. You, broomstick man, what would you say is a more adequate way for pay?
Well, hold on. I'm trying to remember the voice I used a second ago. Ah, fuck.
This sounds quite right.
Yes. Okay, is this close enough? Good enough. That slimy
Close
git,
enough, indeed.
he's such a turd and all that fuckberries. Yes, anyways, I say a fair wage should be 75,000 gold every 15 minutes, and also a raise every 34 minutes.
Sounds like a 3 for 4 on the voices, but a bit absurd on the payment.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm about as greedy of a fuck as it comes, but even then, like, dear God, man, do you even understand what money is?
Fortunately for this gentleman, doubling his pay at this point is a beer in each hand and a slap on each cheek, so I mean, far be it from him to be requesting more payment. But god damn, man, have you seen the market of this place? We're 50 years in the past right now. You couldn't possibly be looking to make that much money in 34 minutes.
Well then, you the sprightly gentleman who I am assuming is the owner of this, fine establishment, I assume you would be more agreeable to my captain's, thoughts that a fair raise is a beer in each fist and a palm upon each cheek, yes?
Oh gosh, no, I wasn't suggesting it, but perhaps you'll agree.
So, are you saying I need to pay him 2 beers and slap him on both cheeks at the same time? Or one and then after the other?
If you could examine and quantify that about... Oh, fuck my uncle, I'm going...
Okay, janitor boy, pull down your trousers so that the Minotaur can examine you. Well, fuck you stupid git. I'm not doing that shit. Well, I say, I ought to just light the bloody idiot on fire. Everybody make a dexterity save.
Oh, criminy.
Oh boy.
Question:
I can't do those that well.
Is this magic in any way?
Yes it is.
Aha, I get advantage then.
Neat.
Ooh, baby. Kevin's
That's a
dude.
good roll.
How do I change the name of this? Of Kevin's dude?
I
I
It's a good question.
don't know. I assume you can by
Because
editing
all of
the
y'all
character
did
sheet.
change it, but I didn't know how.
Yeah, so you should be able to edit. Kevin's dude name will now be Gregor. Save changes. Okay, there. Now you're
Greg
Gregor.
O'Rourke.
There. Gregor Rourke. I get it.
Gregor
I
Rourke.
see what you did that. He's not an orc. He's
said it was
he's a
Dex,
minotaur.
He's a Minotaur. He's a Minotaur Rourke.
You said it was Dex, right?
The
yes, a
name
dex save.
falls in with everything, my man. It's just crazy how ridiculous KO
right.
or Kevin O'Rourke can fall into it.
Hold on. I get advantage.
Panahik
Panahik
gets advantage, which is very good because he just rolled a 4.
Big woof.
11 total is also not great, but slightly better. But still
But I am
fails.
small enough. I am small enough to slide behind a barrel.
Ooh. Well, that would be convenient if the barrels weren't all full of flammable liquid.
Ah, that does pose a problem.
You should have
and,
stuck with the
the
Shimala
crew.
plan of hiding behind yours truly.
9.
Oh, yes, you have a 9. That's earlier in here. The rolls there. Yes. Okay, so everybody fails except for Kevin's dude, formerly known as Gregor, by which I mean presently known as Gregor, formerly known as Kevin's dude. Because,
Steps
yes,
behind the door.
so
Because
Gregor
woo.
is the greatest dexterity saver out of the lot of you.
He's quite the dexterous.
Somehow.
He flipped around did like the breakdance style
He's just
dodge.
hiding behind the entire
And the
rest of
the hooves are like kicking out, you know?
He does like a triple breakdance spin, then hops up and does a backflip before just calmly closing the door on the fire.
And like the Iron Man punch to the ground. Superhero 3-point landing.
As he puts his hands forward in a sort of a crazy-ass Kamehameha or some sort of a form like that, he yells out at you, "Burning hands of deathing, dooming shit and fuck you all!" And a jet of
move they
fire
use in Gundam.
bursts forth from it. Yeah, exactly, right. It bursts forth and ignites, in fact, all of the barrels. Bum, bum, I should learn how to play that bum, 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 on the bagpipes. Did you think that would work?
Maybe not.
I'll do it later, maybe. For now, I will drink. And with that, we shall roll for initiative. Bum, bum, bum.
Oh yes. We're gonna destroy Matt Mercer here. Guy doesn't stand a chance. His biggest night is Thursdays, and we all know that Drink to the Past is a Friday show.
Mm-hmm.
And in my case, it's a Friday into a Saturday show, but that's just me. Dang, man, I used to have a initiative thing. We'll just do this the old-fashioned way. Oh, hot damn!
All
This
right,
is my
there we go.
jam.
Wait,
Natty Daddy 20.
wait, where's
That's a drink rule. The DMS that take 3 shots or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's a crit 20, so I have to at least drink twice, so I'll call that twice.
Oh, initiative +2. That's fine. I was kind of at the episode.
Really
that-
kind of sucks to nat 20 on the initiative because that means that I need to figure out how to play barbarian now.
Uh-oh! Oh, snap! All right, the crew,
I know
as
how
a
to smash
collective,
it.
has 15. Bump. And Gregor... Oh, no, I put the wrong...
let me
I
just
put
do
the
that.
wrong initiative on Crow. So Crow's is...
Everyone seems to
4?
be confusing me with Crow, but this is fun.
Yeah,
Crow
I just
Rourke.
clicked the
That's
wrong token there. So 4. All right, and Crow, do you have any dexterity bonus?
Yeah. I have
Okay.
+4 to Dex.
Okay, so your total will be 8. Okay, so then we will reorder the initiative. Beep. Okay, so
You've got it
Gregor.
reversed. You've got it on Pat Purser.
Oops. Fuck.
Hey,
Okay, every time I suck at putting
Patty
the wrong
Daddy-o.
thing on the wrong place, I have to drink again.
Love his show.
Which brings us to the
Political poll.
second pirate-ish beer of the week,
critical poll.
which is called Chillax.
Critical
This is,
poll.
This is a pineapple golden ale. I took it because it's sort of piratey, because it's got a
Ooh,
octopus or
that
something
eel boy.
on the
Octo
can art
Daddy.
here. Yeah, so there's Chillax. It's a pineapple golden ale from Bootstrap Brewery, I think. Yes, Bootstrap Brewery, which is out in Niwot, Colorado, which is a tiny-ass town, which I have passed through a million times and never stopped at, but then I found their beer at the grocery store the other day, so I bought a big-ass pack.
Forgot that town existed.
Yeah.
Pretty sure the people that live there forget that town exists.
Probably. I only know the name of the town where this brewery is because my pipe band plays there every 4th of July. So come check out the world's shortest 4th of July parade in Niwot, Colorado if you're in town on the 4th of July. I don't know if it's happening this year, but
I also don't know why you would be in Niwot, Colorado.
that is a weird place to be on the 4th of July when the Greeley Stampede is happening, 10 miles away.
It's an apt way to put it.
Yeah.
God, Greeley. That is substitute teacher who was from Greeley. Very interesting guy.
That's not bad. I haven't had this in a while. I had, I think, 1 or 2 more cans of this, and I've since drunk them, but I think actually, now that I'm thinking of it, I got this pack a while ago, so I don't remember it very much. That's pretty good beer. It's just light and like pineapple-y. That's really just easy drinking. Nice beer. All right. So, what the fuck is going on? Gregor, it's your turn. Oh my god.
I have one dumb fringe barbarian thing that I want to use,
All right.
but not for the battle effect or anything. Just a fringe thing to play with our drinking rules here. I missed a check on Danger Sense, which gives me advantage on deck saves against effects that I could see. And I want to roll a d20 right now to see if the DM would have to drink something or if the party would have to drink something. Can I roll a d20 for fun right now to see if I crit or if I crit fail?
Sure.
Alright, let's see what we do. It didn't really matter because I passed the check. What is a 10? Everybody drinks. It's a 10. It's midway through.
You know what? I will allow this
I'll
roll.
drink to stupid shit.
I'll drink to that.
Fuck yeah.
Alright, anywho. I'd like to get
Drink.
pissed off and sloshed and pissed and drunk. Pissed drunk. I'm going to rage the fuck out right now.
All right.
Get real pissed off. All piss and vinegar. And I am going to... Who was the one who, lit this whole place on fire?
That was Pat
Pat?
Purser here. Yeah, the mysterious janitor guy who is arguing about his wages.
Okay, I'm gonna stomp on over to this guy and put some capitalist, you can't have minimum wage shit on him.
Okay. From
gonna-
there, you could move an attack, or you could make a charge attack.
Make a charge attack, you say?
Yes. Charge attacks are fun.
How could I... What? Charge attack?
Yeah.
This is some 3.5...
Didn't we look that up, and it's also a thing in 5th edition? It's, I believe, on a charge attack, you get advantage on attack rolls, but you provoke an attack of opportunity against the target that you charge.
The great thing about that is that as I am charging, or as I'm raging,
If that's not a thing, then I
attack
have
of
to drink.
opportunities have disadvantage.
It's not a thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna charge in anyway, but just as a regular Minotaur man, and I'm just gonna recklessly attack this jabron. Advantage on the attack with rage. Rape shot. I'm just gonna
All right.
let's do this shit.
Hell yeah.
All right.
That is a lot of dice.
Hoping that a 20 hits.
A 20 does indeed hit.
Excellent.
That's
I'm
your-
going to do 10 points of damage on
Fuck
Pat.
All right.
Patamish Pershamish. And that
Ah,
ends my turn.
My thing moved. All right, so minus 10. All right, there, I got that marked on my thingy here. Your cannonball on a stick is...
Grape shot.
Yes, grape shot on a stick. Not sure how that works, but it's cool. Is it on a
Don't work
stick?
either,
or-
but it is cool.
He's got grape shot on a stick, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big cannonball and a stick
Nice.
because he's a pirate.
As you come in, you kind of smack him right upside the chin. His jaw dislocates, and he says, "Oh fuck! That hurts like a son of a taco. I mean, bitch. I meant bitch. Bitch, not taco. Fuck! I said the wrong thing. I'm so confused."
That's right, Pat. Rethink your time of framing
That was a crit,
on
wasn't
night.
No, it was a 20 total. It was only a roll of 15.
Yeah, it was a 15 roll, and like I do extra damage as a crit, which is funny. But yeah, I didn't crit.
Yeah, but 10 damage is pretty good though. So
10 damage is great for level 3. I'd take that.
yeah, all right. Which will move to the next turn, which is the crew as a collective.
Crew is just gonna surround this guy and begin beating the shit out of him with clubs.
I have to drink because my character took damage.
Do we get flanking with the crew?
Probably.
Do you get advantage on your
you
attacks?
should.
Dropped my drink sign. I got it.
Because
It's
we
okay.
are flanking him.
Yes.
How are you
Yes, you
6 out of 32? What happened to the other grandmas?
The pirate blast.
Yeah, so the crew, because it's a swarm, takes double damage from area effects attacks.
Oh, the fire guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
So let's see. One of those is a nat 14, which totals out to a 19 total. Does a 19 hit this guy?
I sure hope so.
Yes.
One of those is a nat 14, which totals out to a 19 total. Does a 19 hit this guy? Let's see. The crew deals the guy 5 entire damage between all of them trying to rain blows on him.
Also, those kegs are on fire.
Oh, fantastic. I'm sure that won't be a problem later down the line.
What was that total, Chris? Here's
5 damage.
5 damage. All right, I will mark that. He says, as he is struck by your mighty whatever exactly it is, whichever hits. You're not sure if it's one of the guns fired, one of the swords hurled, one of the nut kicks kicked, but
Just one of Grandma's.
something hits him.
Something was bound to hit him with that many things flying.
Yeah. That'll be your entire turn, I assume. Then it is Panahik.
Yes.
The
I'm
PM.
going with the swarm of beatdowns raining plus the giant hulking minotaur
I
in his
drink
face.
again.
I'm gonna slide up, like slide in behind him, pull out a dagger, and commit a sneak attack on his back.
Oh, that poor,
Right.
poor bastard.
Is it a flanking sneak attack?
It should be, yes, because the crew is on the opposite side of him.
So it's advantage plus sneak attack.
Yes.
Dang, man, the crew is deadly.
Snap.
That support, though. Big support. That's BS.
It's a good thing the crew is a good setup for flanking, because otherwise they are not very useful as a character.
All right, so let's see.
And then it's plus
that's-
2, I think, too. So plus 2 to 16, 18. Hit.
Yes, 18 will hit.
Cool. 2d6.
You got 5 plus 16.
I stab him.
Wow.
I bury a dagger right in between his shoulder
Oh.
blades for 11 damage.
11.
Alright.
As your dagger slashes right between his shoulder blades, you can see his spine begins to sever straight at the joints, and his ribs kind of start falling out his back. And he says, "Ugh, this is the goriest thing I've ever seen if I could see my back, but I can't because my eyes are on my front and my back is on my back."
That's a big
Classic
note for
Pat.
me. I have an ability called Cunning Action that I can use to dash, disengage, or hide, so I'm going to, using my dagger as like a handle, flip up over him and hide like on the captain's shoulders behind his head.
Okay.
This is great. Yes.
Nice. Just jump back on the Minotaur.
Yeah.
Hide up there. Awesome.
Most excellent.
Yeah.
I'm
Make
thinking,
a
like-
stealth roll.
Oh yeah. You said the right thing too. This is good. No fortitude here.
Yeah, I said stealth roll instead of
Stealth.
move silently or hide. Haha.
Oh yeah.
I'm so fancy.
Oh,
I'd drink to that.
Okay.
so that's a what? 1d20 plus 4.
It worked.
Health bonus.
Yeah, it should be Dex plus
Are you
proficiency
proficient in
bonus.
stealth?
Yeah.
Yeah, then you should get a lot for that.
Hey.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
For the Yu Yu Hakusho fans out there, I'm picturing Elder Toguro and Toguro.
Yes, that was actually what I was going for.
Yeah, I'm digging
that's
that.
a horrible mental image.
That's
Well,
dope.
mine was
Yeah,
for,
I
like-
can't wait for you to like flail your arm out and just like.
Now I
kill
feel bad because I
Kuwabara.
watched Yu Yu Hakusho like years ago, and I'm trying to think of who the hell Taguro is. I'm like, I know that name. Who is it?
Toguro. So like Elder Toguro is like the slimy like guy with the perm
Little
that
little
can like stretch his
scraggly
body
dude.
around everywhere.
Yeah, and younger Taguro is like the muscly dude who
Yeah,
always wears
buff guy.
sunglasses.
Okay.
Big muscle.
Yeah,
crew
with
cut
the boundary
sun-
bag.
I know the
sunglasses.
muscle bound guy with the sunglasses. I'm trying to think of.
That Toguro.
I only
Elder
watched.
Toguro is the guy that just gets
Okay.
wrecked
Yeah,
from
Elder,
by Kuwabara.
Elder's the small, like scraggly looking guy with the long gray hair.
It's
I only
Elder
watched
Toguro
until they
is
canceled
Toguro
it on.
my shoulder.
Nice. I only watched it
Mentally
until they
unhinged.
canceled it on Toonami, so I don't think I ever finished the whole series.
Yeah, I did too, and then they brought it back.
Oh, did
and
they?
Then it's great. Yeah, I mean that show is like my favorite anime.
I
It's really
rewatched
good.
it in
Nice.
college. I rewatched the whole thing because
It's a good time.
I'm gonna have to check that out one of these days. Anywho,
Maybe
I'm
we
gonna
could do
roll
a
for
watch
him
night.
real quick. It's gonna be a secret roll because I'm using my own dice behind the scenes.
God.
Look at me, I'm an evil DM and
gosh.
stuff. So you don't know if he sees you or not. Bum, bum,
In
pow.
the EDM.
I'm small enough to
Electronic.
Minotaur in his face. I don't think he sees me.
There
Also very
is
confident.
a possibility. And then it becomes Pat Purser's turn, or who you
Pat.
assume is Pat Purser, because that's just what you've named him.
Patrick
He
Christopoulos.
seems surrounded, and he is confused a little bit as to what exactly he should do. And so, not knowing exactly what to do, he takes a step back in this direction. Are 5-foot steps a thing in 5th edition?
Yeah, you could take
yeah.
a 5-foot step.
Okay. Because
It
I
doesn't
wasn't
provoke
sure what to
opportunity.
do. I think I have to drink anyway because I wasn't sure if that was a thing. I lost my drink sign again.
You can move, and then I think generally the accepted thing for DM or player is to take the dodge action.
Yeah.
However, did he just step on a keg that's on fire?
No, those ones weren't.
This
on
one is
fire.
not on fire.
So
the
he's
one
up top
from-
there?
Yeah, so he does step up on top.
He is
Okay.
where I was.
Yeah. So that's
Maybe looking
kind of
for
a
me.
5-foot step, but he's sort of on top of a keg now.
Okay.
And he points back into this direction. And let's see here. This is going to be Gregor and the crew, as well as the other guy who he was his boss, and he's now arguing the merits of his wages with. We'll all have to make dexterity saves as he uses another conical, fiery burst of flaming flamery,
Oh no!
conical shape. Bum, bum,
I rolled
advantage on this 'cause I see it. A dex save, you say?
A dex save, I say indeed.
+2. How's that pina colada treating you?
Okay, I finished that, so then I drank a beer, and now I'm on to a second beer. And now a kid is coming out of his room, so I have to be just
Oh,
back in a
kid.
moment. Roll your dex saves, and then talk about something ridiculous until I get back.
I've rolled a 15 and a 16.
That
Well,
should.
I'm pretty sure unless he rolls minimum on damage, the entire crew is going to die right here.
Does the crew, like, do I revive one crew somehow, and then you've hit dice for the crew?
Yeah, so the way I thought of it working was, they're easy to put down. Like, if you, melee attack them and you deal, 8 points of damage, that's just you,
knocking them out.
killing or knocking out like 8 crew members. But they're like weak enough that if you cast a healing spell on them, your healing can heal up a bunch of them at once.
I can't heal a shit, but
So,
we also left 12 of them in the past, drunk, inebriated, and blown up by a grenade. So
in the future.
Yeah.
in the future, yeah.
We
the
gotta
past-
go back in time.
We could send the crew to go back in time to revive the crew,
We could.
or to
I mean,
recruit more crew.
the two of us could probably take this guy.
We could send the crew to go back in time. We can, but I want the crew to be involved in playing the game.
I mean, true.
No, I said
Like-
crew, not true. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
I mean, like, we
16.
could buy,
Woo!
we could buy time before they get here. Also,
This is true. I like the concept of the crew for like a DM kind of thing. Like I've seen a thing where a DM tried to create like his player characters advanced to like level like they were like level 15 or something. And he ended up creating like a campaign where people played as like the player characters kind of became like generals of an army,
mhm.
and they role played out like their planning sessions for like the battles,
Mhm.
and then they would like control the movements of troops, like tactics and things of that nature, and they created an entire like rule set for playing as like generals of an army that would like attack en masse of like different groups, and certain things would be swayed based on like where the generals would be in the battlefield and things like that.
Mhm.
And it kind of reminded me of like a Dynasty Warriors kind of game, or like any real war that has existed. So you have like the generals of that army. And as I was reading your like creation of the crew, I kind of felt like those sort of vibes where it's like, it's multiple folks like being controlled by one character that can like
It's a hive mind.
sway things,
Yeah.
and that's cool. Mind fucking blown, right?
Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about, but yeah, totally.
Warriors.
I actually stole the idea from a blog from Coins and Scrolls, because he had a crew class for his own system. So
All right. Well, anywho,
How's the kid?
the kid is fine. He had to pee.
All right, I can top you. Last night, or on Wednesday, no, it was last night. The kid woke up as we were watching Boondock Saints for our St. Patrick's Day celebration.
That could be
a little
awkward.
bit later than St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
Skip, I'm sorry, I'm telling the story. The kid came down, and like several times throughout the night, and the kid says, "I can't go to sleep. I just can't go to bed. Like, I don't want to." I'm like, "You don't want to? Of course you don't want to. Like, you want to go to bed." And then the last argument for I can't go to bed was, "I can't go to bed because I'm bored." To which my response was, "Here's my secret for going to bed. You get in the bed, you put the covers over yourself, you close your eyes, and you go to bed." And that's my secret for going to bed, and it's worked for years.
That's what I do.
And he went to bed. He went to bed.
Nice.
So I mean, that's what you do.
I tell my kids
I'm a
regularly
tough
when
love
when they
kinda
have
guy.
that kind of issue, when they're just like making up stuff. I'm just like, they're just like, it's too hard to sleep, and I'm just like, what you do to sleep is you lay down and you close your eyes and you don't do anything until you're asleep. it's so
The best
weird
thing is
trying to
like,
explain to
encourage
kids
the
how to
mundane
sleep.
things.
Yeah,
To
it's
be
like
like, it's great when you wash your hands because like you wash them and they're really clean. And because you've washed them and they're clean, you can do so much cool stuff. And they're like, we can do cool stuff because our hands are clean. And it's like, yeah, go wash them. They're like, yeah, let's go wash the hands.
Nice. All right. So,
Great.
anyways,
I'm a terrible person.
So whoever saved the DC was 14. Whoever saves
Shaped it
takes
twice.
half damage. The rest of you take 5. So half of 5 is 2 because you round down in this system. Is that right?
Yes, you round down, of course.
I assumed that was the
Definitely.
same. So, but I wasn't 100% sure. So I'm still
it-
gonna drink just to make sure.
Is it fire damage?
So
It is fire damage as he unleashes his conical burning spell from his
Dang, I don't take
hands.
half.
question, idea. Since I'm riding on him, would it be possible, having being blasted once before, recognizing the hand motions? I'm assuming we're in a small room, and Gregor is a very large gentleman. In order to save my captain, could I flip my feet like onto the ceiling, gripping his horns, and push him out of the way of the flames to keep him from getting hurt?
This sounds neat, and I want to make it happen. How does this make sense in 5th edition speak?
So
Fifth
I would
edition,
assume,
it sounds like you make like a sleight of hand and a dex check or
Is there
something.
is there
weird
like
shit
a
that.
ride skill?
I don't think there's like a rule for it. I think
There-
you just have to make a ruling on
I
it.
would assume acrobatics.
Yeah,
Or is there like a
Acrobatics and-
handle? I
There
don't
is
want to say
animal
handle
handling,
animal.
but-
He's not exactly an animal.
what would be really funny is if I made an acrobatics check and you made a strength check.
Cause that's what I so
Animal
the roll-
handling is wisdom.
The roll that I did that you can see up above.
I'm not an
bronze-
animal. I'm a wild animal.
Yeah, okay.
Like, that was-
So here's what
that
I'm going to
was my
do. So
strength.
I'm going to give Kevin the acrobatics check.
All right,
I'm going to
cool.
give
Yeah.
Crow the handle animal check. And I am going to set the DC on this D20 here. And I am going to reveal it after you have both rolled. So let me find the
did it.
number on my D20 here.
I do want to say, before this maneuver executes, the entire crew is down.
This is fine.
And actually, I should probably get off. I am reaching my physical limit in terms of tiredness.
Okay. We are close to done with this encounter, so
I say we'll probably wrap it up after this.
yeah. All right, so have you made your rolls? Let's see. There's a one for Gregor and one for
hold on.
Do
Patrick.
I
I fucked
do
that
I
up.
get advantage? So I get
I'd say-
advantage for dex saves. Is this a dex save? No.
What did I say it
I
was?
get a
It's a
advantage.
DC or something. I don't know what you said though.
You said you would reveal the DC after our throws.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the
I
DC.
get-
Boom, boom, boom. I don't know if you can read
12.
that.
Oh, I beat it.
12.
Oh, you can see
I
the
got a
12.
15.
Sweet. All right. Crow, did you
All
win?
right.
Yeah, because
All
I
right.
get advantage against magic. So
All right.
What does
both
this
of
mean?
you.
Do I not take damage?
no.
Is that what I said?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I'll
either
stand
I
by
take
whatever
2
I said,
points,
but I didn't
0
hear
or 1.
I'm
what do
assuming
I
you take
take?
0 because it's basically. So what happened?
Just roll a d3 to see how much.
I recognized because the idea is to throw you out of the cone, so to take no damage. I recognized the hand motion, so I grab both horns, flip upside down, plant my feet on the ceiling, and just go move and push. And you, recognizing that, just throw yourself out of the way.
The crew, however, does not
Yes,
throw
the crew.
themselves out of the way. They get thrown in multiple directions.
They don't have any horns.
The crew,
Yeah, so-
wowed by this amazing display of athletic feats of athleticism and pure teamwork, were roasted alive, watching the spectacle instead of trying to save themselves.
Nice. So, Chris, are you dead?
I would make death saving throws as per a normal thing, as
Okay.
the crew It's like the crew at 0 hit points is basically like most of them ran away. Some of them were like moaning on the ground.
Yeah,
Right.
everybody is on
Okay.
a like.
So I'll make you
Whether or
make
not,
death saves on your turn. It returns to top of the initiative, and we'll go back to Gregor.
Okay.
Criminy. Fuck my uncle. Alright, Pat, how's Pat looking right now? Pat seems pretty peaked, right?
Taking a few blows.
Let's fuck Pat up.
And a dagger
I'm
to the
going
back.
to make a
Yeah.
reckless
You
attack
can
on
tell he
Pat.
is bloodied, which is not a 3rd edition term. It's a 4th edition term, so I don't have to drink. However, I will drink to repress the memories of 4th edition. Ooh,
close.
burn! I'm kidding. 4th edition
I'm
was
going
like
to.
fine.
alright.
It wasn't awful. I don't know.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
make
hate it
my
like a lot of
attack.
people, but I don't love it. Go ahead.
I'll itch Pat right here with my raging grape shot with advantage.
Bum-ba-dum.
There's an 18 hit Pat.
18 indeed hits Pat.
7 points of grape shot smashy damage.
7 points of grape.
As you hit him straight into one nut, one of his nuts pops. You're going to hear an audible boop.
That didn't
It's a
sound natural.
little awkward.
That did not sound natural nor comfortable.
All right. You have a move action as well, I believe. So
I
you could
do.
move,
I mean,
or you
and I
could
get
just
bonus action dash, but I'm just.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just gonna kind of hang where I'm at,
No problem. The crew.
or
as
I
a
don't know. Can I
collective-
move within this space of the crew or no?
Yeah, you'll probably be standing on one of the dead and/or dying parts of the crew.
I'll just hang. I'll just hang where I'm at.
I rolled. I gotta finish my
You have
drink
to-
because
yes.
I rolled a natural 1 on my death saving throw.
Yeah, so that's
criminy.
chug,
Jiminy criminy.
chug.
Whole drink.
I will
going
take a
down.
celebratory chug with you.
Oh man. I need to know, Chris. Is
I'm
it you
almost done
that's
there, anyway.
tired, or is it your character that's tired right now?
Oh, I'm tired. My character isn't tired. They are dying / dead.
Okay.
All 32 of them.
Well, I have to
Or,
open
you
my
know,
third
running
beer.
away and
So
reconsidering their career options.
Or
my
left in
third beer of the
past.
week is
Slash
just
future.
plain old
Oh,
Guinness,
Guinness.
but nothing wrong with that.
Hey, can't go wrong with Guinness.
Yeah.
I went wrong with Guinness once, and it hurt.
I mean, fair.
So I am the one in 21-1 that went wrong with Guinness.
That sounds like it is a potential problem.
Yes.
All
it
right,
is.
so Chris, you have failed a death saving throw. Does a natural 1 on a death saving throw like fail twice or anything, or is it just
It does fail twice. That is how that
does
works.
it? Oh wow. Okay, so you've already failed twice out of your one
the
roll.
crew. My lovely
Panahik.
crew.
Your turn is it comes, and you are currently hidden. Now that it's your turn, I can tell you the Pat Purser does not seem to notice your presence as he is distracted by the Minotaur and the crew and the flaming barrels.
Well, I have in my possession a short bow and arrows, so I'm going to take another sneak attack and shoot this bitch.
All right.
Let me get the numbers, because
The numbers don't lie.
D&D Beyond
Is it weird that I've drank a gold ale and a blonde ale, and I think Guinness is the lightest thing I've drunk all day?
Wow.
Yes, it is.
How?
That is very weird.
So yeah, the
Yeah,
blonde
what's
ale
the
is
math there?
the blonde ale is 5.1 ABV. The pineapple gold ale was 4.5 ABV. Guinness is 4.2.
Really?
Yes. Guinness is actually very light for a stout. And in fact, it's also even almost classified as a light beer. To be classified as a light beer, at least by the FDA, I think, it has to be 100 calories per serving or less. Guinness is 110 calories for a serving. So,
I mean, for me personally, I don't know how you feel about this, but for me, drinking Guinness feels like I have had a loaf of bread in my throat. So that might just be me.
I mean, I'm a really into dark, heavy stouts, so for me, Guinness is like water.
All right.
I see
That's-
what you're saying because
That's just
it
like
does
your
have some of
opinion,
those.
man.
Right, yeah,
But
it
not
kind
like
of
the
is.
crappy Coors
It-
way.
Guinness hurts me.
Does does a 14 hit?
14 will hit, yes.
Yes. 2d6.
Pat fights me. I'm gonna just grab another Bahoozer.
All right.
Hit him right in the other testicle.
I peek out from behind one of the horns, pull out my bow and arrow, and I I lodge an arrow right in his knee.
Oh, are you forgetting to add the damage for the bow in addition to the sneak attack damage?
I am? I didn't know that was a thing. Oh.
Yeah, you had your weapon damage as well as. So you should have got that on your last attack too.
Oh, wow.
True. Are you do you want to retroactively apply that, or do you just want to call it
You can
back?
definitely at least give me the damage for the weapon right now.
Okay, so that was the sneak attack plus the bow is 1d6 plus 2. It's an 8, so 13 then.
All right. And
So
with that,
my arrow goes through his knee.
poor Pat Purser has fallen upon the keg, which is next to a flaming keg, which is probably a precarious position for poor Pat Purser. And now,
Ration aside, that was epic.
yeah, that was indeed very, very good play. And at the end of your turn, it turns to the mysterious guy who was bitching about wages, and he turns to all of you. Good God, you sons of bitches! You've killed my poor janitor! Now I will have to do paperwork, you terrible cooks! Out of his pocket, he takes a block of knives and throws it upon you. The knives flow in all directions, and the knife block inexplicably flies towards one of you, which will be decided by a random integer, by which I mean a coin flip, because Chris
Expecting
is
like
out of commission.
game show like music to be like play with this where it's like you're going to be attacked by a random amount of daggers.
So, Kevin, why don't you call heads or tails to see whether it's you or Crow?
Always go for the heads.
All right. Well, it is indeed heads.
All right, cool. I'll take it.
All right. So the knife block flies upon you, and it hits you right in the sternum. Make a Constitution saving throw.
A Constitution saving throw, you say?
D.
Might as well just throw a pillow at him.
Good thing is, I love Constitution saving throws. I practice them all the time. Actually, I have proficiency in this.
Wow.
Why did the
Sure
janitor
thing.
know hands?
You save, and you are not succumbed to the effect as it hits you right in the solar plexus. You
Don't
steel
catch
yourself.
every knife.
Not quite. That was only the knife block hit you square. The knives all fly at you as well, and they hit directly upon the heads of you and Crow, and both of you must make intelligence saving throws.
Intelligence saving throws?
Yes,
Why?
because
Also, I'm
the
just
knives are attempting to pierce your brains.
Let's see how far they pierce.
I just imagined the with
They
the
pierce
block.
pretty far. I rolled a 3.
I just imagined.
Oh,
with
this
the
is
block.
great. I love that. Does rage? I mean, I'm raging. I take. Is it like piercing damage or some funky donkey shit?
In this case, it is indeed piercing damage.
All right, cool. For me, like I take whatever. Like I like save 2 damage against like shit hitting me.
Okay.
Are these magic knives?
No,
I put
they
the hit
are
in shit.
normal knives.
Okay.
All right.
Uh,
I love the lawyer wording in D&D 5e where it's like they're magical for the purposes of dealing damage.
Oh no!
Oh
Critical
yes,
miss.
yes.
You have to drink twice.
Oh god.
And
This
also,
is great.
Chris, because you are within the radius, you have to make actually this save as well, even though you are unconscious. You are affected by the area of effect.
15. Does that save?
That does indeed save, so you take half damage.
I was
Oh, no.
so amazed by
Did you
the
like
block.
flop out of the way of the knives or
So I die.
Just roll over.
7.
what?
Alright, so
Yeah.
Chris dies, which means both of the other players in the party have to finish their drink. Is that what I said a minute ago? Or no, Chris has to finish his drink and everybody else has to drink, right? Is that what I said?
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
And
Drink to that rule.
all my
If
drinks
you
are
die, finish your drink and everybody in the party has to drink. Okay, yes.
Oh god, I just put down a drink and a half. I'm just imagining the way it played out for me. When the block
I'll
flew
drink
at
to this.
him, he just flexed his chest and like bounced it back just as a show of might. And Panic was just like, "Whoa, that's so cool!" Not paying attention to the knives.
As they enter your
Yeah.
brains.
Yeah, just bored head on.
It wasn't enough for the crew to be on fire. You also had to throw knives at them.
Yeah.
Could someone else take over streaming? I am like reaching. Like I said, I'm physically exhausted.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for joining us, Chris. As always, this has been my co-host, Chris, of Drink to the Past. You can catch him on Drive Through RPG. Check out House of Flowers and whatever other shit he usually shills.
Hi, I'm Chris. Tired and also tired. Audette. Yeah, that stuff.
Yeah, so Kevin or Crow, if you could just stream... Oh, Kevin is already
I'm
doing
blasting mine
We're
out
both
now. We'll see
streaming.
how that works.
Yeah.
Chris, thanks for hanging, dude. I love the crew. I really appreciate the effort that you made to like bring them to life. I had a lot of fun just like
This is
reading
definitely
it, like,
a character idea
there are
that I
moments
will drink
today
to.
where I like laugh my ass off just reading like what you wrote. It's amazing.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for playing. Thank you, Sean, for running. I will
Yeah.
see you guys next time.
Yep.
Catch
Chris
you
will
on
be
the
back
flip
with us
side.
next week to play some Carbine Jungle. And with
Carbine
that,
Jungle.
we will sign off the Chris.
So long.
All right.
And the crew is no
That's
more.
I shall. Yeah, I'll just leave the stream how it is. It's there's a slight weird cutoff, but close enough. Whatever. All right.
Did I
So we can
did I
get right into
Fubario it or are we cool?
No, it's fine. Gregor, you are the person who is now
Yes.
on the turn
It's
initiative.
Gregor. And I've made myself over to the apostrophe IPA again. Let's take a ship.
I'll drink to whatever that
I'm
means.
still pissing, I'm still raging. And the crew, could we move the crew out of here? Or
Oh,
The
yes,
only-
I
just
suppose the
scoop 'em under
crew
barrel.
can get out of the way, so at
just
least it's
Ripper Rolly.
yeah. Poor crew.
Do I move and does Crow move with me? Does that have that happen?
Oh,
Or-
yeah, he's standing on your shoulders, so he could just move with you. I believe you can
Actually,
move
I am-
both tokens currently, technically,
Yes, I
but
could.
doesn't really
I'm
matter.
gonna take Crow with me.
So long as I'm
I
mounted
mean,
upon
my
you.
PM.
Here, I'll put
we're
him
gonna roll
right
through
on
here.
top of you, right there.
Yes.
So you
So
can
I'm going
actually-
to make an attack.
You can click and drag and highlight multiples, and move us as a group.
Oh, okay. I wish I could move this enemy guy into the fire. I am going to. Attack with a reckless attack with my grape shot,
All right.
and I am going to destroy this man's temple
Two
with a 9.
fours. All right, 9 will unfortunately not hit.
Criminy Jiminy.
He's just ducks.
What an unlikely thing to roll.
Yes, quite. Um,
And then I believe that was your move action and your standard action, or whatever the
I mean, I
equivalent is
still,
here
I
in
still
5th
have
edition.
movement and a bonus action where I could dash.
Yeah, you have the bonus
Uh,
action in 5th edition, so you could use that if you have an ability that uses such.
I'm just gonna hang where I'm hanging.
All right.
It's just fine.
Then Panahik. He will get, because
Surprisingly
you
relevant for a
shot
barbarian.
the other guy last turn, he will get a check to see if he sees you. I will now deduce that. What was your stealth roll from before?
That is a good question.
Gotta scroll back all through all those damn numbers.
Right.
I was 17.
You can roll a new
say-
one if it's easier.
I think it was 17.
Okay, if you both say 17, then that's good enough for me, because
Yeah, that's where I was before.
Sweet. Yes. Make an insight check, Crow.
Oh boy.
I just couldn't remember if it was 17 or 18, but I knew it was something stupid high.
You're the stealthiest of us.
Insight, you say?
Yeah. Quite so.
Alright.
I saw that.
I was
one.
rolling to a 1, and I was about to ready the drink.
Uh-huh.
So,
14.
from that insight check, you kind of analyze him, and he seems to be fully focused on Gregor and does not seem to sense your presence whatsoever.
Interesting.
Yes, I'm quite the distraction.
You are very large and also probably taking up his entire field of view.
Yes, and attracting all the foreign ladies.
So I guess I'm going
It's like a
to
Sean Connery Celebrity Jeopardy line, but yes.
gonna mix it up a bit and go for another sneak attack. Old tried and true.
Quite
But this
sneaky.
time, I'm going to pull out, because I have a second dagger, I'm going to pull out this one and lunge at his shoulder to try and pin him into the wall. So that way he can't move. So it would be
Sounds right.
2d20. And then +2 on whatever my best one is. Oh, I saw that 13 for a sec. Okay, does 14 hit? Or is it +2?
14 hits indeed!
Oh, it was +4. Doesn't matter. It hit anyway. Okay.
Oh, cool.
So, our 2d6. Am I able to do 1d4 plus 2? Is that a thing that I can do? That is a thing that I can do.
Should be, yeah.
Okay. Snazzy. Cool. So, I'm going to pull out my bigger dagger and just dive right at him, stab him through the shoulder to pin him into the stone and deal 11 damage before using my whatever cunning action to flip back onto Gregor's shoulder.
Cool.
Stay
All
out
right.
of harm's way.
So do you actually have an ability that can pin him to the wall or anything like you were describing?
No, I don't have like a specific ability to do that.
Yeah, okay. So,
Do you want me to do
because that would be really
Flavor,
cool.
though.
But yeah, that's pretty neat. Yeah. So, yeah,
Okay.
you definitely stab through his shoulder. The blow does stick into the wall, and he struggles for a moment before he can get it out. However, it has pierced all the way through, so now he is bleeding quite profusely. He stares at you
Good
in
for him.
terrible malice and definite judgment as he looks upon you.
Asshole.
He does get a reroll since he saw you then, so and you probably get a penalty on your stealth roll, if anything. If not, just straight up failing it. I'm not sure how 5th edition works.
I think, as far as I know, like once I make an attack, then I'm just the jig
Yeah, I
is
think
up.
that breaks stealth straight up, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
unless I have an ability.
Oh, stealth is
that-
out. Yeah, you hit, and
Yeah,
then like
Yeah,
you gotta
I have to
reroll
drink because
stealth
I was
if you duck.
damaged.
As I
I'll drink to
recall,
the. I'll drink to stealth.
All right.
as I recall, there are abilities.
There's some that don't
that I
break
can
it.
use. I guess technically I could use the. You know what? Fuck it. Just because I'm a asshole who loves to pile on, cunning action lets me dash, disengage, or hide. so I can try to hide again. So
Yeah,
we're gonna ride
That's-
this bitch all the way home. So what
that's
do we do?
rogue. There is some stuff with like rogue, like UA stuff with like wood elf magic where you could like, as a swashbuckler rogue wood elf, you could attack the rapier through stealth, not be seen, hit a person, duck away, bonus action hide, or bonus action disengage, and then hide somewhere else, and then be fine. And you could cast like, what is it? It's like disappearance or something like that, where you get like +10 stealth for people that like have seen you. It's broke AF. It's great. 5th edition is great. It's good.
I'll take the hide +4 from my stealth bonus. Hey, get
pretty good.
fucked.
All right. So yeah, your stealth is pretty damn good, huh?
We make a good tag team. You know,
Yeah, this is
tiny-
great. This is
Tiny
surprisingly
guy and big
amazing.
guy.
Yeah.
We are the Tagoro brothers right now. This is
We
great.
really are.
Nice. All right. So yeah, you are now definitely successfully hidden. However,
He's
you
just like,
are on Gregor.
what just happened?
You're on his shoulder.
I'm from
And
Gregor.
I'm hanging like I'm hanging
mysterious
from his shoulder,
barkeep.
but
is gonna grab Gregor by the scruff of the neck and try and throw him into the flaming barrels. So Gregor, make a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. He asks for.
it's his funeral.
That would be a 16, Ric Flair. Ric Flair!
He gets you by the scruff of the neck, and he tries to manhandle you into the fire, but you kind of see what he's doing, and you stand your ground. With their
You couldn't
knuckle
fuck with the
pulled up,
Minotaur.
you kind of look him in the eye.
Yes,
Pretty
honey,
pissed
bastard,
off
I'm
that
a
his
real
move didn't
Scotchman.
quite work, but
He can't quite muster the
stands his
strength with a
ground.
dagger.
with his hand on your shirt, he growls and scowls quite menacingly.
With a dagger. in his
Gregor, it
shoulder,
is
he
now
can't quite
your
muster the strength.
turn.
Excellent. I was thinking of perhaps grappling the man around the neck, but I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with the grape shot and just whoosh-ah, get that reckless raged attack against him.
All right.
Good old reckless abandon.
That's a 19 to hit, 11 damage.
19 will indeed hit, and 11 damage will indeed deal 11 damage, because that's
Yes.
what 11 damage means.
The mask checks out.
My
I will
blown.
end my turn after that.
And that relieves it to Panahik.
Yes. I'm gonna go for another
Yeah.
sneak attack. I'm going to unsheath my rapier, reach around the side of Gregor, and go for a long stab to stab at him.
All right.
Let's see. This one gets a +4 as well. So, does an 11 hit?
Gregor, as you are grabbed by the scruff of the neck, you hit him straight on with your grape shot, and then you see a rapier appear out of the side of your vision, and it just kind of stabs off to the side right where you just, like, batted him out of the way of, and you're like, oh man, if I hadn't hit him, then maybe that rapier would have stabbed right where he was, but that's kind of unfortunate.
Perhaps we should be put in a position where we're flanking this gentleman.
You just hear a muffled behind you. Fucking damn it, shit, fuck, dicks. I'm gonna go
Alright,
and
it's
Panahik,
this guy's
you may
turn.
use your move action if you would like to on this turn.
I'm gonna hide again. Because I'm a sneaky little bitch.
All right.
Do 20 +4.
I love playing a big character where someone could hide behind me because I generally play like a big Dumbo race in every single campaign I play.
Nice.
And I'm like a 6'5" Dragonborn in the other campaign I play. And I have a halfling rogue who hides behind me.
Yeah,
It just
Perfect.
works out so great. It's really great.
I generally play bigger guys that, like to stand their ground and be a little more in the front of the fight, but this is fun to play as the little hit and run fucker.
I played an arcane trickster rogue guy, and it is the most fun I've ever had playing D&D because rogues are just really fucking fun, and being able to cast spells with them too is like really dope. But man, I always play some like dumb big fucking thing. Like I played like a Furbolg, a Dragonborn, and like I played a high elf wizard. But I'm having a lot of fun playing a Minotaur. This is great. Like I love this. This is like one of the most fun characters I've ever played. It's really
Did I get
great.
away? Did I escape?
As far as you can tell, he is not 100% sure of where you stabbed from or escaped to.
Cryptic?
He is quite not very happy with the Minotaur hitting him and whatever else is hitting him that he doesn't seem
at him.
entirely certain of. He picks up the keg to the right of him and hurls it upon you. You may both make a Constitution saving throw as the barrel rolls over you, attempting to knock you down.
Would it be a Constitution, or for me, would it be a Dex, and so it would just be leaping off of his back?
For that I would allow Dex for you, but definitely con for the Minotaur.
I'll take the con. The con for me is great. I'm Chekhov, Mr. Chekhov. Take the con.
I was gonna say, like, I'm pretty sure you could just face tank it and be like, "What was that supposed to be?"
17 from my shelf.
All right, you stand your ground and are not knocked down.
10.
And however, you are hit square in the chest with the barrel as it kind of rolls back upon you, and you stagger for a moment, and then you catch your feet, and this unfortunately knocks your smaller compatriot back down onto the ground, who falls flat upon the keg. The keg bursts open as it is hurled upon you, and Panahik, you are now covered in whiskey.
I smell delicious, but also feel gross.
At exactly
Excuse
this
the life
time,
of man.
he rears back his ugly head and comes upon you with his mouth wide open, and a burst of flame shoots out of his mouth. You didn't realize until now, but you may make insight checks to see exactly how this devilry is occurring.
I'd like to take a peek into that.
Oh god, no. I have a bad feeling about this.
Insight? Oh boy.
Well, the problem is, I'm too busy being soaked in whiskey
Yes,
to notice
I'm
what's going
too
on.
busy to be dealing with this fuckery.
You are both quite confounded as to how a seemingly human person could breathe fire as such, but that indeed is what happens. Gregor, you take, let's see, you saved, right? Or
Saved, yeah.
Yeah.
He's safe from the barrel.
Yeah, so you take half damage. However, being soaked in whiskey, Crow actually takes regular damage.
Half of what?
So
What kind of
3
damage
here.
is this? Sorry.
3 here. So 1 whole damage
God.
to
It's
you
fire
and-
damage?
Yes, it is fire damage. There's one
Alright,
for
I
you.
take 1.
We're playing
Cool.
D&D. Say hi.
Hi, Internet.
Hello.
Hey, it's wife.
I am internet.
Kevin says, hey, it's wife.
Hi,
I've met wife
Kevin.
before. Wife is nice.
That guy.
Hi, Gregor, who is not Kevin.
It's me, it's Gregor.
That is Gregor,
We've
the
met-
pirate minotaur
we've met
captain to
before.
you.
Who's
I
the person
waved
that's
to
on
her.
the Minotaur or whatever?
The Minotaur is Gregor. Gregor is
Okay.
the name of the Minotaur. He's being played by my good buddy Kevin here.
Okay,
And,
who I've never met, who apparently is a good buddy.
No, we've met. We've met before.
Kevin, where
Yeah, you met once.
once.
We met very
I've
quickly,
been married to you
and I
for
said,
a long
"Hello,
time. I've met
wife."
this good friend. I love you. Hi, Gregor. Hi. I'm not even gonna call you Kevin. I'm just gonna call you
You're
Gregor.
Gregor now.
Like if you come over, you're gonna be called. Where's Chris? Is Chris here?
Chris left
Chris
because his
dipped
character
out.
died.
Oh well, pussy.
I'm getting. So myself and Skip are getting vaxxed on Monday, and then in May we're getting
What happened?
vaxxed. So I mean, like,
Uh,
I had a
Kevin and
flight to
Skip are getting-
Colorado
Ooh,
Book.
cool.
Okay, I want to go to bed.
originally, and
You should
I
come
could
to bed.
I could
Internet,
redo
let
that,
my husband
and
go
I
to
had
bed.
like enough for me and Skip to
Love
fly.
you.
We're wait for me.
So
I
I
just-
mean, we could maybe finagle
Vax
that.
Vax appointments are just non-existent in Ohio because everybody's trying to get it.
Lame.
I can never
I
get
thought the same with
vaccinated.
Maine. And I just moved up here from New York. And New York, it was like, vax everybody, vax their asses off. And then I moved to Maine, and Maine, like, next week, apparently, is, like, getting, like, 42% less of what happened this week. And this week it was very difficult for me to find a vaccine, like, appointment. And I've been trying very hard with Skip. Her and I have been, like, very diligent on, like, trying to get an appointment where, like, we could go this week and get vaxxed. And sorry to bring real life into D&D, but you know, the world is how it is.
Yeah, you know.
Right.
And fortunately, like, I had a very long phone call today, and at the end of the meeting, like 10 minutes after, I was like, F it, like, it was a long phone call. I'm gonna spend like a few minutes and just like try to, because like throughout the day I had 6 windows refreshing to try to find the vaccine for me and Skip so that we'd be safe. And today I was like, F it, like, let me just look for a few minutes, hit refresh on a few websites, and see if I can, you know, get something for the two of us. And I hit up Walgreens, and Walgreens, they had appointments available, and I was like, yeah, right. And I clicked through, and lo and behold, I was able to make an appointment for me.
Nice.
And I like ran over to her in the other room, and I'm like, quick, like, boot up your computer, like, log in, make a Walgreens account, like, let's get you vaxxed. And lo and behold, like, Monday we're going to drive out and get the Pfizer vaccine. Pfizer?
Pfizer?
Shizer?
Pfizer?
Pfizer?
Pfizer.
Shizer is German
Yeah.
for shit.
Nice.
Pfizer.
Yeah,
Vaccine,
I
so,
got
like,
the
you know,
Pfizer myself
it's great.
because I work for the school system as a school bus driver, and so it wasn't bad for me because like
But
this.
your wife almost died.
But my wife almost died. Yeah, so for me it wasn't too bad. My wife didn't have as bad a time getting it, but she had really bad like side effects from it. But
I'm ready for that.
yeah. For me, it wasn't that bad because getting it was real easy with the school system because the schools were like, hey, we're going to email you because we're trying to get like as many of the school people vaccinated as possible because you work with a shitload of kids. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah. So I signed up for like the first one and I got in and it wasn't that bad. But
For me, it was very time consuming and difficult. Like,
Yeah.
because like even up until like this past weekend, I wasn't considered a Maine resident, and now I am. So like, you know, I'm expecting to show up on Monday, and they're gonna be like, "You're not a Maine resident. Like, take your shit and leave." And it's like, no, I am a Maine resident. Like, you can leave too.
Right.
It's hard. But yeah, and it beats beats New York because they I have a lot of family in New York, obviously, and they've been able to kind of like squeak by with all that, but like it's been kind of hard, especially in New York too. I've had a lot of I know a lot of people that have been affected through COVID directly or have died from it directly. There's a lot of people where it's like I couldn't really attend their funerals because they didn't stream it and I couldn't make it there, which is pretty effed up. But
Yeah.
It's nuts.
It was super weird the last year because ordinarily most of my bagpipe gigs are at bars and weddings. And I had
Things don't exist right
one
now.
private gig and 2 funerals was all the bagpipe gigs I had last year after St. Patrick's Day. I had a couple of things before St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, I checked you out
really
playing at a gig there on St.
Yeah.
Patrick's Day.
But yeah, then the next year it was just I played 2 funerals and both of them were legit for people that I actually knew, which is
Yeah,
just
not cool.
kind of freaky.
And
Yeah.
sad.
Not fun.
Booze all of a sudden just hit me like a truck.
All right, Crow's drunk. Should we get back to the D&D?
Yeah, let's get back to D&D. Sorry to be a little morose there.
There you go.
We apologize for our recognizing that real life is an actual thing. Poor
Yeah, we
stream
just made a few
watchers.
real rolls there.
It's okay. We still only have one
Sorry
concurrent
about that.
viewer.
We only
and,
care about having fun, though. And we only care about having beer, too. So,
I don't know
that's
who it is.
It's kind of how it is every Friday.
It might be Hawkeye9901. He said hi at the start of the stream, and nobody's said anything since, so I assume it's Hawkeye. Whoever the hell that
That's
is.
me. I'm
Is it?
Hawkeye.
You are?
Yeah.
God damn it.
That awkward moment when it's only
It's
me.
Kevin.
It's me, Austin. Yeah. Sorry, brother. That's me.
Bed now.
I thought we had a person watching. No, it's no problem.
If it makes you feel any better, I have 12 people that are watching me on Twitch, but one of them was a spam bot, and the rest are I see Crow is watching me,
Yeah.
and there's other people that are watching, and I'm like, hey guys, thanks for showing up, somebody rated me, but I don't know who they are. I got Droop Dog, I got another TV viewer, Go With Him, Extra More, all these people who are here, but I don't know who they are.
Well, whoever you guys are, you're awesome.
Appreciate you.
Watch us more. Check out Drink to the Past on YouTube and Podbean and Apple Podcasts.
And Cobra Cannon on Twitch.
Yeah, check him out too. Here, we're doing the shameless plug in the middle of our D&D. We're coming close to our runtime anyway. The boss fight's almost there, so or one of the potential.
The
boss
runtime
fights.
doesn't matter, man. Yeah, I'll be here till 5 a.m. So let's go.
Yeah. For this particular episode, it's our 99th episode special, so I'll drink as long as I have beer in the fridge, which is a long time. I probably
for
won't
that.
drink quite that long because I might die.
Please don't.
Anywho, whose turn is it? Gregor. I just tabbed it to your turn.
It's Gregor. It's Gregor's turn.
I'm downstairs.
I am going to. I really want to make the rules complicated and grapple this guy, but I'm going to attack him with a grape shot. Rage. Skip.
Rage that grape shot.
23.
23 will hit.
And I don't think an 18 is a critical.
I don't think so.
No, not for me.
Not a ton of things critical. Actually, mostly in 5th edition, most things critical only on 20. There's a couple of abilities or something that give you a 19.
I think as a barb or a samurai fighter, you get 19 crits.
Okay.
But
A
I
handful
think
of
if I were a champion, that would crit.
Mm-hmm.
But 23 attack and H damage.
Mm-hmm. All right. I accidentally just subtracted the hit points from Gregor instead of the boss.
This is fine.
Oops. But yeah, I put your hit points back. They're fine.
Excellent.
Good.
He is definitely bloodied, but he is
Excellent.
ready to go just a little more.
I am
He
going
thinks.
to take my movement, and I am going to move in this corner.
Okay. And
And
Panahik.
I'm going to end my turn.
All right, Panahik, it will be your turn since that is all the actions Gregor can perform.
Okay. I'm going to hop on the barrel opposite of Gregor,
All right.
and I'm going to take another stab at him with my rapier.
All right. Flanking gives you advantage in 5th edition, I believe.
Yes, it does.
Yes, so I had to ask about a 5th edition roll, so I have to drink.
So my 2d20. 9 plus 4 is 13. Oh, hey, I even did the... That just happened to work out that way. But yeah, does the 13...
That's funny how that worked out.
13 will barely miss.
Ah! I glanced
You got a
off the
BA?
wall. I did.
Your attack goes right by him, cutting off a piece of his mustache, and he doesn't even notice because he still hasn't seen you from your stealth.
Oh, I was in stealth?
I thought you were.
I thought...
Attacking breaks that, right?
Well,
Yeah, but I thought he re-rolled it again at the end of his turn or some sort of thing is what he said.
you never gave us the definitive.
I don't
We
know
started
how
talking
this
about like
works
real
in
life
this
shit
edition.
pretty hard.
Yeah, because I mean, if he had...
You
If I had
could,
stealth-
so like as a rogue, you could roly-poly on to like hide within my space
Mm-hmm.
and roll again for a hide stealth as a bonus action.
I could, but I was usually using that to duck out. So I guess what happens is contingent on whether or not my presence was known beforehand. Because if it was known beforehand, I would have gone with a sneak attack. Because apparently,
Oh, because you're flanking, you moved a little bit further.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Rogues, man.
So DM,
Yeah.
what's the scenario?
This DM's playing 3E, it's fine.
Yeah. I thought you re-entered stealth by some mean is what you explained last turn, is what I thought you explained.
I had rolled to re-enter stealth. You just never told us if that was successful or not.
Okay, what was your roll? I will
You can't
re-roll
like
for
stealth, attack, and then stealth.
him. Okay.
Well,
Without provoking opportunity if you move.
right.
But he's gonna move within no opportunity and then hide as a bonus action. So I think it's okay as a rogue.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I think you're good, Crow.
I've always hidden with my bonus action after the fact.
This is
Um,
what makes rogues good too, because like you can like pop the stealth attack, miss, and then roll around and then hide behind me as a bonus action. That's a thing. That's within 5e.
That's what I've been doing pretty much the whole night.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
you could do that now and be fine.
I threw a 15.
Okay, so I will roll his seeing check. He does see you, so you are not granted the stealth this turn.
Okay, so we're gonna stick with my original plan then, which means my attack missed. So I'm going to use that to do exactly what Kevin said and roll behind him
Bonus
to hide,
action.
with my bonus action. So we are going to give this another go.
It's like the old double stealth.
20.
That's pretty good.
Because the general gist of what I've been doing is make sure that I end the turn with, in stealth, so that I can fire off a sneak attack and then hide again, rinse and repeat.
The math checks out. You can also sneak attack if I am within 5 feet of a enemy.
Can I? Oh, I can't. Oh well.
It's like if I'm just slapping a guy, you can hide forever and then just like fight. But the benefit of you flanking is that you get advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, I get advantage.
Rogues, man, rogues.
If I'm in stealth, I get advantage anyway.
If you're stealthy Delphi, then you could just like hang out on my back forever.
Yeah. It's neither here nor there. I missed,
All right.
and now I'm on your back. And life goes on.
Right.
All right, here comes Jabron.
The fire begins to spread all about the room. And
Behind
he's
eyebrows.
going to exit your threatened space, which will provoke attacks of opportunity from both of you, I believe.
Yes, it will. With advantage. Would a 13 perhaps hit this gentleman?
13 will unfortunately miss.
Shit.
Oh, wow. Haha. I have set up my appointment for vaccination.
All right, my man. I'll drink to that.
Yeah, get an extra drink for Crow.
My second
I'll need another beer after this.
my second shot will be in May, which means sometime after that we can all party at Sean's house.
Hell yeah. It'll be
We'll have
open.
I'll have a shot for that.
We'll finally have that vaunted live drink to
Right.
the past episode.
Yeah,
I would
from that,
love a
uh,
live drink to the past.
Like,
from that
Sean and I have
time-
been talking about it off and on for 2 years now.
Yeah, because
It would be so
Crow was
great,
gonna
like,
come to
people would
Colorado
fly
like
out
right
for
before
sure.
the pandemic started, and then the pandemic started, so he couldn't travel to Colorado.
Oh,
so.
woof.
Yeah.
So now we'll just all three of us will be there.
Yeah. I'll put you guys up. I got a big couch.
This is fine.
Just share a couch. Kevin and I can.
I heard
I'll be the little
commentary
spoon.
in the background there.
My wife is just saying that our couch is too big. She wants it.
That's fine. We can share. I'll
We
be
have
the little
no
spoon.
couch right now. We need a couch.
You can just like snuggle up.
I can be the little spoon.
Gregor will be the big
I
spoon.
I drank for that.
All right.
Yes, carry on.
So, let's see. Panahi,
Guy
what
runs
was
away.
your
He takes
attack
his
of
action to
opportunity?
do that.
Yeah, you both got an attack of opportunity. Gregor's missed. Panahik, you can make your attack of opportunity.
Oh, I will probably. I mean, I could do anything, right?
Yeah, I believe it's just
sneak
a
attack?
basic attack.
Oh, okay. That's
Can
fine.
you use sneak attack on an attack of opportunity? You could in
It's
third edition, I
technically
believe.
it's a reaction.
I would assume probably not then.
Yeah.
So
I'll do a little googly there.
you do that.
Yeah, in third
while
edition,
I-
it would depend on the conditions of the who you were attacking and whether or not they could see you. And if you're flanking, in some cases, you could get attack of opportunity that way. So in fifth edition, I'm not 100% sure, so I will drink. But yeah, I'm not sure if you can sneak attack or not.
You do.
Cool.
I can sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
Good, because fuck my rapier apparently.
Nice.
Hey, you know why this really helps rogues is because rogues don't really get access to the second attack unless they do dual wield.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Crow, you're good.
Cool. I'm gonna have to use my rapier because I'm out of daggers. So does a 12 hit?
12 will miss.
Fuck.
Damn.
This rapier is garbage. Gonna. Just gonna use my bonus action to hide for a sec.
All right.
So,
Well, he exits through the door, and as he does so, he throws some sort of concoction upon the ground, which causes it to burst into flames.
oh,
Gregor, it will be your turn.
This serves as a problem.
You are now in a
Man.
flaming room of fire.
This is I walked into a burning room of fire. Burn, 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 and holy fuck. Alright, I'm going to take my turn to
Hold on. You said the song, so now I have to play it on the bagpipes.
All right, here we go.
Maybe.
Discord hates this.
Yeah, so it seems. But it's good on his end, and that's what matters.
This is fine.
There we go. Never expected Johnny Cash on bagpipes, did you?
Criminy Jiminy. Alright. I am going to
I mean, I'm not surprised.
move about this room with Crawl on my back. And I am going to take my movement to try to the best of my ability to make it towards the door.
All right. As you pass
With
through
Crow.
several flaming squares, make a dexterity saving throw.
Yes, I get an advantage on this. I get an 18.
All right. You save and only take half damage from the fire as you walk through it.
Huzzah.
So 1 damage.
Damage. Alright, excellent.
Crow,
Just a-
since you're also moving through the fire, I'll have you also make the saving throw.
Okay. Must be a tall fire.
This is happening. I'm going to just hit up the refrigerator.
Plus 4, 15. No, yes, 15.
Okay. That'll also save, so you only take 1 as well.
Huzzah.
Excellent.
Where am I? There I am. Hold on.
Yeah, you're kind of both in the same square there.
Can I make an attack on this gentleman?
Yeah.
Alright, I will make a grape shot attack.
Oh.
Does a 12 hit?
Oh, I only saw the nat 1. You have advantage, so that's good for you. I was like, oh man, you
No,
poor
no,
guy.
no, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the nat 1 is averted by the fact that you have advantage,
Yes, it is.
so the 12 will miss, however.
Okay.
All right.
Did I see which door he was making the way towards?
He
Versus
just
one?
made his way out of the first door as he kind of set it ablaze.
I'll
So he
cord
was,
on this door.
yeah, he was just kind of getting in. Okay, so you'll kind of block off that door so he can't get out. Makes sense.
Exactly.
Sweet.
And I will take a reprieve, and I'll be returning in just a moment.
All right. While Kevin is up, it is Panahik's turn.
In a retroactive sense, one of my daggers was still lodged in this guy. Can I make a sleight of hand roll to see if I was able to swipe that dagger while we were passing by?
I think if you had said it at the time, I don't know. That's kind of difficult because he's like unconscious and on fire and on a flaming barrel and all that. So I'm gonna rule no, not in this case.
Okay. In that case, then, I, in frustration, am going to do a sneak attack where I just simply throw my dagger or my rapier at him as if it were a dagger.
All right.
Because I'm sick of its bullshit.
Okay, so you will get your normal rapier attack bonus, except for it is not a thrown weapon, so you will not get your proficiency bonus with it.
That's fine.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit?
Yes, it does indeed.
Hey. Which means... Plus... if I can type, there we go. Plus 2, right? Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Damn. Good rolls there.
I buried it in him. I was so pissed with the rapier that it finally did something useful.
All right.
Depending on if he's still alive or not, I will take my bonus action to hide again.
Okay. As you are kind of backing out of the flaming room atop your sturdy mount of sorts, which is Gregor the Minotaur, you rear back as you are hiding behind his horns, kind of holding on to one of Gregor's horns, swaying back and forth as he rides out of the flame. You pass by this mysterious barkeep you see. And as you're kind of swaying back and forth on his horn, you hurl your rapier, and it pierces him straight into the throat and comes out the top of his skull. And he
Good riddance.
is slain.
About damn time the rapier did something useful. God. I think it's the only time it actually connected. I'm pretty sure every other swing was a miss.
That was quite a powerful stab you did. I see that your services are quite well warranted.
I aim to please.
All right.
Expert swordsmanship, PM. Where is the rest of my crew? Perhaps, where are they? Could I shave them? Are they burnt to the flames?
I'm pretty sure the ones left in the room are ashes.
Yeah, most of the ones that might have been slightly alive are now probably dying in the burning pile of kegs in there. Those poor unfortunate souls. Of course he was just destroyed, so I will have to finish my drink.
Woof. Well, I'll leave this in your capable hands, PM. Perhaps you could pat this gentleman down, and I could give you a hand, perhaps, if you would like to see if
It's an excellent
if
idea.
there's
That's first thing
anything
for any problem.
on this body. I'll help out if need be.
All right. Let's see.
I will use the aid action to aid Panique.
Do we find anything of value?
Not specifically. These guys seem like they were decent people that may have been more important if they had lived longer.
Well, maybe they shouldn't have shot fire at us.
Huh. Woof.
Poor bastards. Upon further inspection, as you are checking around to see if he has anything of use, you do notice that the barkeep here, who you see from his name tag is actually Kev Over, is a dragonborn, not a human. He was wearing a rubber suit to disguise himself as a human.
Huh. Was he a red dragonborn?
Sure.
Motherfuck,
Yeah.
it was Roy.
He is now.
That guy shows up on Wednesdays. Not Thursdays or Fridays. Oh my goodness, we've just killed what seems to be something not quite human.
Yeah.
Is there like a
but
value to, like, do you cut the ears off of this guy and shave them for something? I don't know. What does the black market pay for this?
That's a good question. I'll have to reach out to one of my contacts. 50 years from now.
Clip his toenails or something. We'll see what we can get from the markets.
Would the body survive the time skip if it's from the past? And we'll find out, I guess.
I mean, we've survived the time skip. We're back in the past. Are you a mewling baby with the umbilical cord?
Not as far as you know.
Good, you don't want to see what Minotaur babies look like. We're quite ugly. It's disgusting. It's just a mat of fur. Well, I suppose we are just a mat of fur, but regardless, If we can't find anything of value off this gentleman, I don't want to look in this flaming room. Maybe we should make a way up north.
Up the stairs
Here
it
come
is
the
then.
hiccups.
All right.
How much longer do we have anyway?
We'll play until 9 a.m.
So the crew is actually dead here.
Not joking.
So you come out, and actually it's quite bustling. There are many orcs having a good old time.
Many orcs? O'Rourke's, you said?
Yes, the
Many
orcs are
orcs.
rollicking and frolicking and being grand old chaps.
To be rollicking randy dandy, oh.
I appreciate you.
I'm Assassin's
I was
Creed, but I'm not.
I was thinking that of that
The
reference as
kiddos,
well.
it's really funny. The kiddos love drinking songs because they could clap along with them.
Nice.
So we play the songs, and they'll ask, "Is there any clapping in this song?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, there is. We could clap to Whiskey in the Jar."
Perfect.
It's so great. We had a ride home. It was like
Excuse me,
45
I need to
minutes.
steal my husband.
Oh,
Now.
You
We
could
don't
steal
need
them.
to talk about whiskey in the jar.
No,
But
we
there's
need
whiskey
to
in
go
the
get
jar.
the bagpipes off of the bed so your wife can sleep.
it might
Get them off.
It might be time
No.
to call it for the night anyway.
Yes, I believe so. Okay, so I was about to say that anyways. This is a pretty good stopping point in the one shot. We've technically got a tiny bit more of the dungeon that we could
two-shot.
technically explore. Yeah,
But the
it's
wife
two-shot.
is angry.
But
We're
yeah,
going.
we will get back to you on Drink to the Past one of these days when we get Crow and Kevin back. That'll be a hilarious time. So yeah, definitely a good time playing with you guys. So now we'll go to the final segment of the podcast where we shill our shit and talk about something until somebody says something ridiculously awkward and I cut off the podcast. So where can everybody find you, Kevin?
You can find me literally live right now on twitch.tv/Shabazzle.
He's streaming
you
the
can
same
find me-
stream as me. How hilarious.
Oh, yeah. And I'm streaming this and streaming to you on Discord, Mr. Spam. Oh, man.
Hey, look, my hat. I thought about wearing this as my pirate hat, and then instead I went for just the do-rag.
The pirate bandana does it. I didn't really get that far into it. I'm sporting the Boundary Break shirt.
Nice.
But I mean, yeah, like I will be here on a random Friday every once in a while. That's the best time that you can find me on the show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Funny thing
Randy
about
Dandy, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Randy Dandy O'Rourke.
Rollicking Randy Dandy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check out that guy.
Heave a haul, heave away,
Way, hey, and roll,
roll,
go.
go.
The anchor's
The anchor's on board and the cables
are
are stored to be rollicking Randy Dandy, oh.
You look a little lost, Sean.
Yeah, you know, all those good old sea shanties. It's so weird being a fan of sea shanties beforehand, and now they're like popular on TikTok. But I feel like if I uploaded a sea shanty on TikTok, everybody'd be just like, that guy's copying everybody doing sea shanties. Fuck him.
Good sea shanty.
No,
I
everyone
played
can
the
do
Wild Rover for many a year.
Here, hold on, I'll play
it.
that on
You
bagpipes.
fan of Longest Johns?
I spent all my money on whiskey and beer.
Highly recommended. Longest Johns on YouTube. Great guys. Fantastic shantymen.
As often they can to play the Wild Rover. And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more.
It's hard to play and sing at the
Will I
same time.
play the Wild Rover?
I don't know.
Never,
No, never, no more.
I mean, I know it, but
There
I
we
don't
go.
know the lyrics.
Yeah, alright, so we have been Us People, and of course you can also catch Crow on his various streaming places, along with the 4 players. He's one of those guys that does 4play.
I'm one of the 4 players, yes, but I am currently live on Twitch at twitch.tv/CorbeardCannon.
You're
I stream
both
every day.
streaming my stream?
I'm streaming live
Is
right
a
now.
recent Twitch affiliate, and
Yeah.
I just caught that off the Twitter. So, Crow, congrats, man.
Hell yeah, man.
I noticed that.
That's a
also.
big deal.
Thank you, and tell Skip as well. Thank you for both following. But
Yeah, of
yeah.
course.
you guys can follow me on twitch.tv/CorbeardCannon. I stream every day except Tuesdays and the one other day. Thursday,
Yeah,
probably.
Tuesdays and
Monday,
Wednesdays,
Thursday.
man. I hate those days.
I stream every Wednesday. Wednesday is always our Pokemon Coliseum Nuzlocke days. And
Oh, yeah.
as long as everybody's there, it's because that's the.
All right,
Wednesday
wife
is
time.
dedicated-
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, everybody say something
Yeah.
really awkward.
Uh,
I sold Pokemon cards and made money off of them, and then bought shit with pills. The end.
so disappointed.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
they're
traded
gone.
all of my
They're
Yu-Gi-Oh
over.
cards for
like
Pokemon
I had
cards.
those for like 20 years, and now they're gone. Later, Gator.
Damn.
So
Yeah,
sad.
it's over. No more Pokemon.
And we salute you, Kevin's
Sean.
Pokemon cards.
Sean, you need to learn Randy Dandio, so that way when we all come, whenever that happens to Colorado, we can do a 3-man Randy Dandio shanty.
Yeah, link me that
When-
that shanty, because I'm sure I've heard it, but it's
On
it's
it.
in my head, but it sounds like a different one that I'm familiar with, but it's not that one. So I'm like, I keep thinking of the other one, and so send me a link in the Discord or one
The
of
girls
those
come
things.
down in their frocks, and they sell you Pokemon cards. And